Welcome to Week 10 of the Coach Atkins Show, here in the locker room with Coach. Coach wrapped up the regular season. Before we go into playoffs, maybe just recap the season and what that meant to the team.
Yeah, for sure. Again, to go 9-0, make school history, first time back-to-back undefeated regular season since 1961. Pretty incredible, pretty special. You know, again, I tell the kids all the time how hard it is to win games, and to then win 9 in a row, and essentially 18 regular season in a row, is just absolutely incredible and absolutely special. So proud of our kids from last year, and who was a member of that program, and then certainly the kids to be able to follow it up again this year. Really, really, really special. Something that again can't be taken away from you. We made history, and so again, I'm really proud of our program, coaching staff included. That being said, as far as this year is concerned, out of those 9 games, 6 of them have been running clock. And a matter of fact, 5 out of the last 6, to be exact, have been a continuous running clock in the second half. So it's been really good from us from a standpoint of we've been able to keep kids healthy and fresh. And at the same time, get our younger kids some varsity experience. Not even close to thinking about ahead to next year, but we are senior dominated, and so next year we will have a lot of spots to fill. So the fact that these younger kids, second team group kids, are getting a lot of varsity experience in a season or a year where you are so senior dominated, to be able to do that again is really special. And hats off to our first group on both sides for getting in, getting the job done, and getting out again to ultimately stay fresh and healthy for this journey of the playoffs that we're about to be on. So,
well, speaking of that, we're in playoffs. Everyone's 0-0. It's a new season, so to speak. The team got together to kind of watch the bracket review, kind of explain the vibe of that, and just the whole kind of atmosphere, because for everyone that wasn't there to see it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Anytime I get the chance to be around these kids, they just always make me smile and laugh, and we're just always having a good time together, right? Again, that's who we are. We're just a big family, and so the fact that those guys got to come over to my house, and again, we got to eat pizza from our Gridiron Club, which it was just a great night overall. But again, seeing their faces light up when they saw their name come across the TV and have the number 1 next to it, again, that's something that's really special. And then on top of that, then our kids kind of even looked maybe even further down the road. Not that they're overlooking anybody by any means, because that's not the kids that we have, but they're also kids too, right? And they're going to kind of maybe just kind of look at a bracket overall, and they really like what they saw. Again, getting the number 1 seed, things should set up nicely for you throughout the playoffs. So again, week in and week out, we're going to have to show up. We're going to have to do our job and take care of business. But at the end of the day, getting the number 1 seed, we really like our draw overall, and who we might be matched up, again, whether it's the following week or even before. So.
Well, speaking of that, a lot of people are playing out different scenarios. If you kind of look at the brackets and North versus South, we got to get past Ottawa first. They come in regular season 5-4, completely different opponent. Talk about kind of what challenges they face and how you guys have been preparing for them this week.
Yeah, great question. And again, we've talked to the kids all week long about, these guys earned the right to get into the playoffs. It's not a 1-8 team. It's not a 3-6 team. These guys are 5-4 and have 5 wins under their belt. That's maybe one of the reasons why I love football so much, is because it's the one sport where you have to earn your right into the postseason play, right? In most other sports, you get given an opportunity to participate in the postseason, but not football. So certainly Ottawa has earned their right to come play this Week 10 game. And all that being said, it is a different conference. It's a different opponent that we're not necessarily familiar with. From up north, about 2 hours away, and they play in a tough conference. Sycamore and Morris are some of those common names that we hear, down here predominantly year in and year out, because of how how far they make it in the playoffs. And Ottawa's experienced those teams, being in the same conference. So I've told our kids, they're not afraid of us. They're not scared of us. They're going to get on the bus and travel 2 hours and come here looking to knock off a number one seed. Again, that being said, they got a couple nice pieces. Their quarterback's a pretty good athlete. Number 13, you'll see the Miller kid. He's kind of a do-it-all kid. He's their hero. They got some big boys up front who move well for their size. And then defensively, they fly around. So again, we're going to have to show up. We're going to have to play hard for 4 quarters, we believe. And if we do, again, we like where we're at. We like the matchup, and we feel really good about it. And certainly we feel great about being back home. Being on the road for the last 2 weeks. Again, we really appreciate the fan support that we got traveling with us. But man, now being back home and the band and the fireworks and the smoke rolling off the grill. I mean, I could go on for days just about how electric our atmosphere is and how I know it's going to be for this first round matchup. So we're looking forward to it, but like I said, we got to show up and get the job done for sure.
Well, this is your show. It's Coach Atkins' show. I don't write these questions, but I am contractually obligated to ask them so that the audience can get to know you. What kind of music you listen to, and if we're at a karaoke place, what are you singing, and are you any good?
So, first off, let's answer the first question. There's probably 2 things in this world that I do and or like to do. Coach football and listen to music. I feel that I'm very musically inclined, believe it or not. I can listen to a jazz album and then some country and then some rap and throw some rock in there and some oldies. Like I truly do like it all. So I don't just have one genre. I kind of, it kind of depends on the mood that I'm in or maybe the crowd that I'm trying to entertain or whatever that looks like. But as far as pregame, right, like I do like to listen to kind of soothing stuff, whether it's kind of a laid-back country version of songs, or again, I have a smooth jazz playlist that I listen to because it's the only thing that I can do to keep me calm. Right, my mind's running a million miles. Got a lot of stuff that I'm worried about or thinking about or whatever. So it's music is the one thing that when I put it in, and you'll see me sometimes out here driving the Gator, setting up the field. I do that to keep myself busy, but then, certainly the music helps calm me down and keep me relaxed as much as possible. As far as karaoke is concerned, I like to karaoke, believe it or not. I wouldn't say that I'm good at it. Matter of fact, my wife and I have a karaoke machine at our house, and we love, when we invite people over, we'll throw that thing on the TV and get some songs going and have a good time with that. I don't know that I have one specific song. I maybe should have thought about this a little bit more because again, I truly feel like I'm open or inclined to sing anything, that's available. I can try to sing a Johnny Cash or a Lil Wayne or anything in between. So that's a tough question, and unfortunately, I can't give you a better answer. But I don't know that I'm good at it for sure.
Well, I don't know who's going to have this party, but what we've learned the last few weeks is there's going to be a steak dinner at someone's house. There will be a karaoke machine. We're going to find out if you're any good. Until then, that's a wrap for Week 10. Join us tonight for a pregame starting at 6:15. No blooper.
No, Chad. He forgot to mention that we are back home, ladies and gentlemen. So we will be back on Bulldog TV, on YouTube. Check us out. Dan and Chad on the call. See you guys there. You're not going to want to miss it.
Hey, Bulldog fans, we are live, and it is time for playoff football. It is Friday night. We're live at Frank Dutton Field, folks. Chad's just arriving. I guess I got to carry everything because Chad just showed up. But, folks, we've got live playoff football. Welcome to Bulldog TV. Welcome to Bulldog football. Okay, let's set the table. Ottawa comes in. Chad, come on in. Come on in.
That's number 1.
Number 1.
That's number 2.
Number 2. Are we live? Okay. We still haven't figured it out. It's 10 weeks. Chad, get in here. I need you, partner. We got to talk football. We've got Ottawa
They came in 5-4. They're the 16th seed. Your Bulldogs, the number 1 seed on the South bracket in the 5A playoffs. Chad, let's talk a little bit about Ottawa. And listen, Ottawa's not from Canada, Chad.
Oh.
They're from up north, but not that far.
Hey, one thing I want to say before we get started.
Yeah,
Don't let the 5-4 fool you. They don't come from a slacker league.
that's
Conference.
a good point.
They don't come from. I think they're going to come out here for blood tonight.
They play teams like Morris, Sycamore. Sycamore, the number 1 seed in the north, 5A. They play in a tough league. So their losses are good losses. They come in 5-4 again. Bulldogs coming in undefeated. Back-to-back Apollo Conference champions. They're out there warming up now. There's 25 minutes till game time. We're going to do our best to entertain you tonight, but we're going to hope.
Promises.
There's
no promises.
There's no promises. We're hoping the Bulldog football players do the entertaining tonight, Chad. So we're going to kick things off here tonight. First round of the playoffs. It's a first round playoff matchup against the Ottawa Pirates.
Have we ever played them?
To my knowledge, never in the history of.
Maybe in that 1961 team they did.
No, I'm guessing they didn't, Chad.
I'm just making things up right here on the fly.
And if you're from Ottawa, by the way, welcome to Bulldog TV. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll do our best to represent your team well, as good as we can. Obviously, we don't know name pronunciations, but we'll do our best. And I'm just going to shoot it out there right now. We are homers. We love our Bulldogs. It is Bulldog TV, so we're a little biased here on Bulldog TV, but we'll do our best to represent you. It's no slouch that you make the playoffs. Coach Atkins said it in our pregame show. You have to earn your way in the IHSA football playoffs. You don't just given. It's not given. So you earn your way into the playoffs, and the fact that Ottawa has earned their way in, you got to give them respect. They're in. They earned it. They made their track down, 2-hour drive down here to Frank Dutton Field. Chad.
Yes, Dan.
I'm going to get off track here, but we've got some checkered end zones.
Oh.
And they are beautiful.
It almost makes my eyes go sideways a little bit.
You know, side goggling?
No, not yet.
No.
Too early in the broadcast for that.
Okay, well, it kind of feels like a little Tennessee-like. Here comes Ottawa. They take the field. Coming in up north, coming down the old highway. They're wearing the white on white tonight on your screen. They take the field for their warm-ups. We've got 23 minutes left before kick. Chad, what about this crowd? First game of playoffs, and it is a packed house on our side. A lot of orange and blue out there.
I'd hate to be the person in the back of the line trying to get a ticket right now because they're going to be there a while.
They're going to be there a while, but let's give a humongous shout out to who the ticket takers are.
You know who's that?
They've been there all season.
You know who it is.
And they've been there for many seasons.
Roar.
The Lions Club.
The Lions Club.
George Castor, president of Mahomet Lions Club, and all his fellas, they do a heck of a job in this community giving back. One of the many, many, many things that they do for this community is ticket takers. So they got things under control out there. We talked to them.
Yeah, they run a tight ship.
They run a tight ship. They got a lot of great volunteers, men and women, both in that Lions Club. I know Mrs. Castor is keeping George under control as well.
No, that's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job, but they do great things, Chad. I'm gonna put a little Lions Club plug out.
Okay.
Those guys run the beer tent and all of the stuff
I'm
down
in.
there at the Music Fest.
I'm in.
I know you would like
Oh,
that.
no, that's
No,
a
you've
good-
been there.
Yeah, I have.
Well, they man that booth up at Music Fest, and it's not an easy gig. It's not all fun and games. They have to keep things on task up there. They give a lot of money back to the community. They just sponsored the brand new inclusive playground that we opened today, Chad.
Oh, I saw that.
Through Mahomet Park and Rec over at Barber.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty nice.
They gave a significant donation to that cause, and that's inclusive. What does that mean? It means everybody can play. And no matter your ability, it don't matter. There's something for you there. So that's a big project for the Lions, and they really give back to the community.
Now, I could be mixing up organizations. Is there
Yeah.
a Grand Poobah in the Lions Club?
I'm certain you're
Is that a different thing?
No,
Is
I
that-
think that's like Masons or something. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Grand yeah. No, they just have a president.
I hope that before I die, I will be referred to as the Grand Poobah.
Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulldog TV. I'm joined here by the Grand Poobah Chad Collins on the call. He'll do the play-by-play tonight.
Speaking of play-by-play, let's talk about this game a little bit.
Let's do it. Football time. It's playoff time.
What do we know about Ottawa? So they're a run-heavy offense.
Yes.
They're not slouches. They
No.
kind of bunch up that center box as we talk about. You're going to want to watch out when they do go to the air. Look out for Levi Sheehan. He's number 3. Of course, their captain, so to speak, is Colby Mortensen. He's number 6.
He's an athletic quarterback,
He
Chad.
is. He can sling it, and I think if I'm Ottawa, I'm trying to mold Mahomet into a false sense that we're going to run on you all night.
Sure.
Open it up in the air. If they do, look out for that. Number 7, Dylan Quattrano. Man, what I could have done with that name as a kid.
Ooh.
Number 13, Ryder Miller, and then Braden. I think it's Aguiar, number 42. He plays fullback. So they run a lot of different people in and out of that backfield, but they will sling the ball.
Oh, yeah.
They will sling
they're
the
not
ball.
afraid to spread things out and pass it. You mentioned number 3, Levi Sheehan. We've got a little bit of notes here, and it seems like he's a threat. He's got a lot of all-purpose yards. Look for him to get the ball quite a bit. Also, some of these guys play both ways, Chad. I can tell you that Dylan Quattrano is also their outside linebacker. You mentioned Aguirre. We might be butchering that.
I think it's Aguiar.
Aguiar also is their linebacker, so I feel like we're going to call his name on both sides of the ball.
Well, so if you're Mahomet, do you come out, full disclosure, we don't have the playbook. We don't know what they're doing. Do you come out, do you strike early? Do you run different packages that maybe they haven't seen on film? Because a lot of people don't know this. When you come into not just playoffs but games, you have to hand off at least 2 of your games to the opposite team.
Yeah, well, you better believe that the playbook is wide open for Burner tonight. You have to know that potential future opponents, folks like Jacksonville and Metamora, who, should we win tonight, and there's nothing guaranteed, we'll take on the winner of the Jacksonville-Metamora game, Chad. You know they're at the game. They've got scouts.
Wait, they're here?
They're here.
Oh.
They're here. They might be on the Ottawa side, but they're here. The Morris teams of the world that we might see in the future, God willing, they're here watching. The playbook is wide open. Burner's got options. The one thing I love about our Bulldog team, which we already know here in Mahomet Nation, is we've got a lot of options. Let's talk about all those options. Chad, talk about all the options we have offensively.
I feel like that was a setup and you didn't even give me time to prepare.
Well, I think you know what you're talking
Well,
about. You're the grand poobah.
okay. It's Poobah, Dan.
Oh,
And
wait.
if I'm Burner,
Poobah?
Poobah.
Let me write that down.
I don't know how you
Poobah.
spell it exactly, but it's Poobah, I believe.
Okay, got it.
If I'm Burner tonight, I'm using every one of those weapons. Of course, Ottawa's going to come in here. They will have scouted Valiant Walsh. They will have scouted Q Rogers. Who are the guys that are playing underneath that you can kind of balance that play to?
Pagels, the Dyers, those kind of guys.
I'm totally drawing blank for
Peters.
Trey. Gosh, dog it.
Peters.
Trey Peters that he's coming out with. So if I'm a betting man, they're playing a lot of different people and getting the ball to a lot of different people maybe they haven't normally gone to throughout this regular season, I should say.
Yeah, and we know that Luke's taking a game off. LJ, running back, he's taking this game off. He'll be back soon, but that gives you opportunities for other guys, guys like Reich and Kirby. Other guys are going to have to fill a spot, but also it gives you an opportunity to try new things and spread that offense out, try some different things. I know Burner has been working all week, I'm sure, on some different sets, and we'll see what happens. Chad, I want to mention somebody on defense as I look through the Ottawa Pirate stats that we have here on hand. Leading tackler who we didn't mention on defense is a safety. His name's Matt Harley, Haerle. He's number 8. Look for him. We didn't mention him yet. I have a feeling he's going to be heavily involved in that defense. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but I've got Matt Harley. He's number 8. Leading the team in tackles. He also plays wide receiver. He's a senior. He's 6'2", big boy. Look for him. to make hay tonight as well as the band takes the field, Chad.
Well, speaking of big boys, this jumped out to me as I was kind of looking at the program, the stats, and kind of watching some film.
Yep.
Left guard, number 72 for Ottawa, Tanner. Oh, no, why would they give me a name I can't pronounce?
72.
Coglian. What is that?
Cogliani's.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Cogliani's. We're going to go with
6
Tanner
foot.
Cogliani's.
310.
He's a big boy.
Well, he's anchored to the left side by number 70,
Wow.
Peyton Corretto. He's not small either, 6 foot 225. So they've got a big line. The right guard, he's 245, 250 right tackle. So
Defensive line's going to have their hands full.
You can see why they're running a lot throughout this season.
They got some big boys up front. Yeah, guys like Mateo, our D-line's going to have their hands full with those guys for sure.
Well, let's take a quick break here as we've got is that the band? Is that the flag team?
Yeah, we're going to play the national anthem, Chaz. What we're going to do. Let's honor America.
We'll be back with you.
Mambo. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to ask everyone in attendance, if you're able to please stand, remove your caps, and join this year's University of Illinois Governor's Grand Champion Award-winning Marching Bulldogs under the direction of Michael Stevens in the playing of our national anthem.
Music boosters are selling 50/50 tickets this evening to help cover equipment needs for the marching band. Tickets are $1 each or 6 for $5. Tonight's winning number will be announced at halftime after the band. Tickets are available just inside the main gate.
And now, it's time to meet your varsity cheerleaders. Varsity cheerleaders. Brindley Benson. Aubrey Burson. Lacey Bushman. Olivia Shaw. Grace Collins. Cadence DeSalle. Olivia Falcon. Carly Foose. Kelsey Foose. Hannah Garth. Taylor Good. Savannah Grammer. Lauren Hobbs. Elle Hubble. Kennedy Ireland. Brooklyn Law Horn. Kennedy McClure. Kara McCoy. Maddie Payne. Madison Rashi. Yanta Stoops. Lexi Tyfel. Haley Val. Hannah Wallace. Bulldog fans, make some noise for your varsity cheerleaders.
We would like to welcome our officiating team to tonight's game. Back judge is Vince Cunningham, line judge Dave Estelle, linesman Tim Ravello, umpire Josh Lewis, and the man in the white hat, referee Dane Severato. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on our feet. And here come the Bulldogs.
Well, we're back here.
Here we go.
Bulldogs are taking the field.
Here we go, Chatty.
American flag followed by the Mahomet-Seymour flag.
Old Houchie leading us out along with Dayton. Eisenman.
Oh, these are my favorite uniforms.
They're sharp.
I love the orange on blue. Feels like we're at Memorial Stadium. Speaking of Memorial Stadium.
Ooh, we got a winner on our hands over there.
Do we?
I mean, they're number 17 in the country.
Oh, well, let's focus
tonight's
on
about
tonight.
high school football.
Yeah, it is.
And guess who's number 1 in the South?
Well, I don't know who's in the South, but I know who is in the North. Did I write it wrong on the board?
Yeah, you did.
Dang it. Where were you on
check
that?
your notes. We're the South, and we're number 1, baby.
Wow.
5A, number 1 seed.
So the bracket's all off according to
no, you got it right.
according to our cutout pizza box. In either case, we're here for Class 5A football, round 1.
Playoff time.
Confetti's flying from the student section. It's a pink out.
Pink out.
Someone told me it was camo night. I have
you didn't get the memo, Chad.
I did not get the memo.
You're not a student.
No, I'm not. Jack Gallier, Braden Houchin, Valiant Walsh, Wyatt Baum take it to the middle of the field for the coin toss.
Why bomb? Chad, we got a little note from next door out. Did you talk about it a little bit? Number 11?
I did not.
Number 12?
I think it's number 12.
Number 12, Connor Price, the next door neighbors here from Ottawa, let us know. He's a force to be reckoned with. This kid is a DB. He's got their all-time record for interceptions, so Wyatt's going to have to look out for him. Connor Price, number 11, he's a number 12, he's a DB. He has 11 interceptions in his career.
And I bet if I'm Ottawa, I'm matching up on Q Rogers.
You got to believe that's
Talent
a
on
matchup
talent.
to look at.
But before we
one
go,
of those keys to the game.
Before we go too far, I don't know the gentleman that came up and gave it to us, but I want to give him credit. He handed us the statistics for Ottawa. He's in Ottawa
Didn't have to.
something. Very nice gentleman. So everyone from Ottawa, tuning in. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We will do our best to call it fair, but we are homers.
We are homers, full disclosure. But Chad, I can't talk. It's like I got something.
Well, you're nervous.
Stuck.
You got a player out there.
But, yeah, we do welcome the Ottawa fans. It's a big deal for Ottawa. First time they've made the playoffs in a while. So, good for them. They earned it. We're about to kick things off, though. 5:27 left to go.
So if you didn't just see it, Ottawa deferred. Mahomet will receive the ball to start this up.
Yep.
And Mahomet likes it.
Yeah, they wanted the ball apparently because they're excited about it.
We talked a little bit sitting in the driveway before we came over. We kind of game planned this. If we were coaches, what would we do? They did the opposite, which tells me they know what they're doing.
Well, they obviously know a lot more about football than we do. That's why they're the coaches and we're the, I guess you call it commentary. We're just talking, really.
Yeah, we're just spitballing.
So we've given a lot of love to the Ottawa fans, but let's give some love to our Mahomet fans. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully you're from a long way from here because we've got a packed house tonight, Chad. The bleachers are full. People are excited. The cheerleaders are ready. They've got pink pom-poms tonight as well, coordinating well with that student section. So if you're at home watching and you're a Bulldog fan, thanks for joining us. We are excited. I'm out of breath already, and I'm not even playing. 4 minutes till kick, Chatty. Oh, we had a nice little guest before the game. We're going to have him back at halftime.
Oh, News Gazette.
Colin Likas.
Colin Likas. He's going to be our halftime guest tonight here, right after the Chris Roberts halftime show. I see him down there getting excited on the field.
He's got that playoff swag going on.
I didn't get any of that.
No, I didn't either. But Chris somehow weaseled his way into the playoff gear. He's got a nice playoff sweatshirt. You'll see him at halftime as well. It's good to be back, Chad. It's good to be back home in the booth. It's like we're back where we need to be.
All right, let's get it out of the way.
All right,
this is me.
Prediction time.
So I'm gonna say Mahomet 35.
Okay.
Ottawa 21.
Okay, that's a little tighter than I like. I'm going to say Mahomet.
Yep.
49. Ottawa, the Pirates, will score twice, 14.
Okay, well, for those who are just tuning in, I have been wrong all year, so.
Ryan, what you got, RZ? Ryan Ziegler producing, as always, the senior student. Ryan, what's your prediction? You're on a time clock. We've got people anxiously awaiting your prediction.
I'm going to go 49-14.
Oh,
so we're going to have a tie. You sure you want to tie with me? You don't want to do something different? Your last chance.
You know what? I'll just go 42.
42. Good call. That way we
so
have
the bets are in. They're not actually real bets. It's
clear winner.
Predictions, so to speak. Mahomet takes the field to receive this. Q Rogers back.
Yeah, let's play some playoff football, Chad. Frank Dutton Field. We are live. The cowbells are out tonight.
Does that look like Valiant Walsh, Q Rogers set deep for the Bulldogs, Dan?
Yep. And I could be wrong, but I have in my notes the kicker is Cam Loomis.
Does that look like number 4? It is Cam Loomis, number 4.
Yep, he's got 29 punts on the year for 693 yards. He also has just one field goal attempt on the year, but he's their kickoff guy too. Cam Loomis will set things up. Chad, it's time for playoff football. Bulldogs start things off. It's time to start the second season, Chad. Everybody 0-0. Here we go. Loomis kicks it. He kicks a deep one. And Valiant will field it. Valiant's he's going to take it to the near side. He's got a little bit of room. He's got a block. He breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and he comes out of bounds. Good return to start things off by that senior Valiant Walsh. VW brings it all the way back to the 35-yard line. That's where we'll get started, and that's where our buddy Chad will call things. Let's do it. Playoff football. Here we go. Boy, I'm excited. Woo, if you can't tell at home, I am out of breath, Chatty.
Well, fall's my favorite time of year. You look across the field, you see all the trees, different colors. It just feels like a win tonight.
Well,
I'm hard telling if it's going to turn out that
not
way.
a lot of wind, Chad, tonight at Frank Dutton, and you got fall colors. You got orange trees. It's a good sign.
Speaking of orange, we've got a totally different formation. Q Rogers takes a snap, and it's a fumble on the play. I think Ottawa has the ball.
It's loose. No signal
No
yet.
signal just yet. Popped right out in a collision in the backfield. And they're going to say Mahomet does retain it.
Oh,
that was a
baby.
close one.
Boy.
High snap to Q Rogers.
And Ottawa's had that ball completely surrounded. I don't know who recovered it for the Bulldogs, but it's a huge recovery. Back to our normal formation.
Braden Garrett, Q Rogers, Valiant Walsh in motion. It's a quick pitch to Valiant Walsh on the right side. He's met in the backfield. Loss of about 7 or 8. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. So far, Ottawa's sniffing out the
Yeah, good play by the
play.
defense.
Yeah, I don't know. They're sniffing something out.
Yeah, good play by the linebacker, number 46, coming up, shooting the gap. I don't have his number on my
Oh, I do. They gave it
roster.
to us.
Thank you. Who was that, Chad?
That's going to be Braden Aguiar, I think it is.
Okay.
5 receiver set. Sorry, check that. The 4 receiver set
Third down
for
already.
Mahomet. 3rd down and 14 for the Bulldogs. Snap back to bomb. All kinds of time. Looks deep across the middle. Oh, intercepted by Ottawa to the 50, 45, 40, all the way to the 30. He's still going, and he's hit still on his feet down to about the 23-yard line. First and 10 for Ottawa, about the 23-yard line. Just overthrown by Baum, and he was sitting back in the coverage. That's Levi Sheehan, I believe.
Yeah,
isn't it, Dan?
he's their playmaker. Look for him offensively and defensively. He sat back and he read that overthrow. Wyatt had Valiant over the middle. He just overthrew him. He was looking for Walsh or Peters. He went a little high, and the playmaker for Ottawa, Levi Sheehan, made a play. And right off the bat, we're in trouble. Our defense comes out. Ottawa takes the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 22.
Colby Mortensen will take the helm. Shotgun formation, H-back. Number 3, Levi Sheehan in motion. Resets to the opposite side of the field. He'll go wide now. Pitch out to number 13. That's going to be Ryder Miller, hit in the backfield. Loss of 4 or 5. Bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, good read by our linebacking core to shoot the gap. They read that outside pitch well. Ryder Miller, no room on the outside, and that's actually going to be a loss of about 4 on that play. Defense being asked to do some work early here in this playoff action. We talked about him early, Chad. Levi Sheehan, he's the playmaker. Number 3.
He might be a playmaker too. I don't know.
Well, he probably makes plays as well. But let's put him out early.
Connor Price set wide. Snap goes to Colby. It's a handoff up the middle. Again, that's a Ryder Miller handoff.
Okay.
Does not get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And you know who made that play? We've missed him. Ben Wagner, number 2. He's back. He's back.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back, and he made a huge play when we needed him. Called his number. The senior, Ben Wagner, shoots the gap just like he knows how. He gets the loss of downs and puts them in a terrible position here on 3rd down. Look for a pass. Look for Sheehan. I know Jake will be shadowing him, number 3.
Matt Hurley steps in at a wideout, as does Preston Miller. Miller comes in motion. Snap to Colby. He slips in the backfield. He's got all kinds of pressure. Back to the 39. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Mateo Casillas comes through there, the senior, number 35. Casillas with a huge play early on.
I don't know if you saw it. If he doesn't slip, it's probably a touchdown. There were 2 guys wide open.
A little discombobulated there on the coverage, but Mateo made up for it. Casillas with a big play, the all-state wrestler. He made a huge play, pins him deep, and they come out in a punt formation. Whew. All right, back deep for the Bulldogs. Quentin Rogers, the playmaker. In the up back spot is Pagel. The punter again is set to punt. He gets one off. That's going to fall. We're going to stay away from that. And Bulldog defense comes up big here early. Cam Loomis, the punter, he punts one out, and that's where the Bulldogs will start things off. They get tested early. Defense held up.
Now, I know maybe the stats didn't show it, but in pregame, I saw Lewis hitting a 45, 50-yard field goal. He can kick the ball, so we got to kind of watch out for him.
Well, we saw the kickoff, too. It was a good kick, so keep an eye on Loomis, the kicker, for Ottawa. All right, Bulldogs will reset here, Chad.
Snap goes to bomb. It's over to Pagel. on a quick center route, and it's in and out of his hands. That'll bring up second down. Dan, I can't quite make out who's in the backfield. I think it's Braden Garrett, isn't it, for Mahomet?
Braden Garrett, the sophomore, stepping up with LJ out. You wondered if they'd bring in Garrett, if they bring in Riken. I understand Riken was under the weather a little bit this week, so Braden Garrett getting asked to do some things here at the varsity level. Let's see what happens.
Splits them even to both sides. Snap back to Baum, all kinds of time. He whips it down to Q Rogers. He's got the reception still on his feet.
Go Q.
Gets to about within a yard of the first down marker. That'll bring up third and about 1.
Yeah, good down and distance for Burner to call. He's got lots of options here on this short yard situation. You got to imagine they're going to look for something up the middle here. Let the O-line do some work here and get that first down.
Trey Peters, Valiant Walsh to the Mahomet side. Braden Garrett set back with Baum.
The sophomore, Garrett.
Handoff does go to Garrett. Up the middle, and no
it.
signal just yet, but it's pretty close to a first down.
He gets it. They're moving him.
And he will get it.
Move those chains, chain gang. Shout out to that chain gang over there. Brian Metzger, Toby Willard, Sean Widener, and others.
Oh,
Todd Metzger as well.
This is my favorite formation. We got
like
Trey
this,
Peters,
you like this trip
Valiant
stack.
Walsh, Q Rogers, ladder step to our near side.
1st and 10. Here we go.
Pitch out goes to Garrett. He's got company in the backfield, and he'll be taken down for a loss about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, great play by Brandon Aguiar. He's a senior, and we've been calling his name early. He shoots the gap there and gets a good tackle for loss, brings up second and about 12.
Well, we kind of wondered if they would stack and go opposite, kind of misdirect, and they do there.
Ottawa coming to play tonight, boys.
Baum rolls out to the Ottawa side, pitches it downfield, and in and out of the hands for a first down.
Really
Kind of
great
bobbled it right
pass.
there at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, pass goes in and out of Pagel's hands.
Was it Powell or Pagel?
Wyatt does a great job of rolling to his right. That's the side he wants to throw from. He has a perfect throw. Pagel just in and out. I sense a little nerves in this playoff game.
Well, I don't know about them, but I'm for sure nervous.
I sense a little nerves. We'll see if we can settle in here.
Baum sets back to drop. Zips it down over the head of Q Rogers at the 41, and that'll bring up fourth down, and they're going to punt this ball. So a little early.
Got some jitters.
Little jitters. Get those worked out.
Yeah, we need a good punt here, get our defense in good field position, get another stop hopefully. But definitely some pregame jitters. You've seen a drop that's not normal from Pagel. You've seen a couple overthrows from Wyatt. Let's weather the storm. Everybody take a deep breath.
I don't think it could be pregame jitters because we're actually in the game right now.
Well, we're in the game, but it's in-game jitters. We'll calm down. Baum will punt it. It's a good punt for Baum. And that's number 3, Levi Sheehan. He'll leave it alone. He'll let that one drop. Q will cover it, and it'll start about the 40-yard line for the Pirates. So what do we know so far? We know they're not going to come out and lay down. Ottawa coming to play tonight.
Yeah, let's see what they do. Colby Mortensen again at the helm.
Defense again needs a stop. Let's see if they can get a 3 and out.
Connor Price checks in. He's wide. No one is covering him so far. Waldinger finally comes out to get him. Trip set for Ottawa.
Slot's wide open here. All right, Houchin comes to cover the slot up. I'm hearing an echo, Ryan.
It's a quick pitch out to, and he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage.
Donnie Lewis
picks that up.
Donnie with a good read, well scouted. Donnie comes up flying for another tackle for loss. Actually, back to the line of scrimmage brings up 2nd and 10. Donnie will come out for a play here, and we'll see number 14 for the Bulldogs will check in for Donnie, and that is Gage Decker. So Donnie will get things checked out. He'll be back in. He looks okay. Chris will check him out.
Ryder Miller sets up in the backfield. H-back, 2 to the far side. Snap goes to Morrison. Dive play off the left tackle. He'll pick up 2 or 3 on that play. Bring up 3rd down for Ottawa.
Yeah, good defense again. Look like 21. Oh, I'm sorry. Brennan Hauser comes
What?
up and makes the
Is
play.
this your first game?
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I got jitters too. Hauser comes in. He finds the back coming out of the backfield. Short gain, though. 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, 5:33 to go in the first. We're scoreless.
Donnie comes back into the game. He's fine.
Connor Miller and flags come out. That
So-
early, you got to believe it's going to be a false start, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, they're having their hands full with Mateo Casillas, Chad. I can tell that early. Mateo is dominating the line of scrimmage. Let's see if he can make a play.
Yeah, and it is a false start. They'll mark off 5, and that'll bring up
The offense will back it up
roughly
5
3rd
yards.
and 12, I believe.
What I see here early for the Bulldogs, the defensive backs talking amongst themselves. Looks like they're a little bit out of order, so they're going to try to figure things out. Settle in here. Mateo, watch for him applying tons of pressure on that right end position, number 35. He switches over to the left end now.
We've got a player. Mahomet finally adjusts to it.
Another
Colby is
flag.
back, and another flag.
Another flag's going to
Another
be
false
another
start.
false
So take it
start.
back another 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 17
All right, we're going the right way. We're going the right way.
from the 33.
Again, DB's talking. They got to figure things out. A lot of stuff going on here. They'll settle in. Look for a pass play here now. They're going to be about 3rd and call it 17, Chad.
Sounds right to me.
Let's see if we can't ball hawk here. Let's see if we can't get a pick. Let's get this momentum going the other way. Come on, D.
Waldinger matched up to number 12, Connor.
Find number 3. Find number 3.
Levi Sheehan sets back. It is a pass. He drops it. Oh, it's a center screen.
Nick Golden.
Nick Golden bats it down in the backfield. Bring up 4th and 17, and they're going to punt this one away, D.
Oh, man, what a play by our All-Stater, Nick Golden. He had nothing but pressure on the quarterback, nothing to do for the QB, and that's Colby Mortensen. Had no time there. Nick bats it away. We'll set up to punt. We'll get the ball back. 4:59 left to go in the first. Q Rogers back deep for the Bulldogs. Houchin, the up back position. The kicker, the punter, is Cam Loomis. And that's actually Dyer in the up back, and he'll field it safely. We'll start things up right at that 49-yard line. We'll call it the 51, Chad, for you.
Well, so far, this is anyone's game.
Anybody's game. Anybody's game. Offense got to get going. We haven't had any success just yet. Let's see if we can get something going on this drive. You know, Berner's thinking about all his playbooks, see what he can pull out here. He's got the All-State quarterback, Wyatt Baum. He'll settle in here.
49-yard line.
And so they do. Trey Peters in the mix. Valiant Walsh, Q Rogers. Valiant in motion. It's a quick pitch. Reverse to Q Rogers. Blockers out front.
Beat one
Cuts it
guy.
inside across the 50 to the 45. Flag in the back. He's out to the
There's a
30.
flag.
He's going to
He's
take it in, but there's a
all the
flag
way.
at
There
the
is a
50-yard
flag.
line.
There's a
and that's
flag.
probably coming back for a holding in the backfield.
It might be coming back. The call on the field is a touchdown. Q Rogers takes it all the way on the reverse. See what the call is.
And Ottawa's celebrating. You got to believe that is a hold back at the 46-yard line.
It is going to be against Mahomet, Chad. We'll bring it back.
I wouldn't say we've had some challenges kind of all year with holding, especially outside on the perimeter. But the play was good. They bid on it.
Great play call. Get the ball to the playmaker, Quentin Rogers, and he'll do a lot of work for you. But Holt will bring it back. And it's a 10-yard penalty, Chad, and that'll bring up 1st and 20 from about 35, 36. Let's see if we can get chunks here. Just get little chunks. 1st and 24 for the Bulldogs. Excuse me.
Levi Sheehan guarding Trey Peters. Single set to our side. Quick hitch out to Valiant Walsh. He's got a little company. Bumps out to the outside. Picks up about 5 on the play. And a
Another
late penalty,
flag.
2 of them coming in. I'm going to guess it's a late hit. I don't know.
That was a late. We saw two flags come late in that play. Let's see what it is.
We could certainly use a late hit there, unsportsmanlike.
They're marching it off, Chad. It's going to be on the Pirates, and that's a big, big play to get those yards back.
Well, he marched it off 15, no signal just yet, but
I like where we're at.
unsportsmanlike. There's the call. Face mask on the sideline of Ottawa.
Now. Here we go. Hurry up offense.
That should be an. Is that not an automatic first down?
It isn't. It's a 15-yarder. Brings up 1st and 4. Must be a
And,
spot foul.
Should be 2nd and 4, I think.
You're right. It's 2nd and 4.
So a little luck. We'll take anything that we can get.
Scratch that. It is first down, Chad. We don't
It's
know what's
anyone's
happening.
guess. It's 4 yards to go, I can tell you that much. There's a quick snap. Handoff right up the middle.
There we go. That's Garrett, the sophomore. He earns 4 yards, and it's enough for a 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs.
You can't have a sophomore come in at running back in a senior-heavy team if you don't have a good front line.
Look at Q here. Look at Q. Lined up deep. Get that running start.
And he does get it. He's
He's
gone.
gone.
He's going to march it in.
Come on, Q.
One guy to beat.
No
Touchdown.
penalties. No penalties.
It's a touchdown for the
Oh,
Bulldogs.
I love the play call from Burner.
Well, he lined up about 8 yards deep, got
He
a
lined
running
up
start, and he
way deep.
hit him right there at the line of scrimmage, and he just took off.
It's a timing play, Chad, and you're asking your quarterback to hit him on the run. Wyatt does just that. Q, nothing but pay dirt ahead of him. Puts it in, converts it. Bulldogs first to score. Here we go, playoff football. Bulldogs up 6-0. Kyle Walmer, the senior, comes in. He holds the school record for points.
Well, how could you not?
Well, he's got a lot of points after, and this will be one. Houchin the snap. Dyer the hold. Walmer puts it through. 7-0 Bulldogs. Here we go. 4:17 left to go in the first, and we finally hit pay dirt. Well, it wasn't easy, Chad, but we're on the board.
Well, the seal has been broken, so to
Yes,
speak.
sir. And boy, did we need a score. Now we need a 3 and out by our defense. All right, so the Bulldogs will set things up. They'll kick off here with 4:17 left to go in this first quarter playoff action. Frank Dutton Field is lit, as the kids say.
What is that?
I don't know.
What
but
does that
it's-
mean?
It's lit. It's off the chains. You know what I'm saying?
You think they're going to dip later?
I think they're going to do a little dipsy-do.
I don't even know what that means, but
I
I hear
don't
it talked about a lot.
Athletic trainers are certified and licensed healthcare professionals.
All right, we've got back deep for the Pirates. We've got Riker Reynolds, number 5,
For more information,
along with number 7, Dylan Quattrano. We've got our boy Walmer set to kick.
Peterson and
Kevon
Pagano
Peterson's
back
also
for the
back. I don't know if you
Pirates.
said that already.
I had number 5. I've got
15.
Riker.
Number
15.
15.
Thank you.
There's a 1 in front of the 5.
Got you. Kevon Peterson. And he'll take it. Kevon's got it. He'll go to the middle of the field. Golden's got him. And Golden finishes. Good play by special teams. Nick Golden comes through there, unblocked, makes the play. We'll set things up right there, Chad.
I don't know why I want to keep saying Morton. It's actually not Morton. It's Ottawa.
And I
But
don't
the
know. Morton, we played week
the
one.
outfits they're making me think Morton. I don't know what's going on here. In either case, Riker Reynolds checks in for the Pirates.
All right, let's see if that defense can hold up once again. 4:11 left to go in this first.
Ryder Miller in the backfield. Levi Sheehan comes out wide. He'll be guarded by number 3, Jake Waldinger. He goes in motion. Waldinger follows him. Quick pitch out to the Mahomet side. And he'll
Good,
get enough
good,
for
good.
about a pickup of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, great defense by the Bulldogs. Waldinger followed his man on the motion, but then he understood contain. He contained him, pushed him back to the All-State linebacker, Nick Golden. Nick does the rest. He's all over the field tonight. Makes a tackle, short gain, 2nd and 9 now for the Pirates.
3:45 to go here in the first quarter, if you're just tuning in.
Bulldogs up 7-0 early. 3:45 left to go in this playoff action.
Connor Price, Levi Sheehan set up in the wide set. H-back goes in motion. Colby hits a handoff right up the middle. Muhammad will have nothing to do with it. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Really
Bring up
good
third
play,
nine.
really good read by Braden Houch and flying around at that safety position. He saw that play from the get-go, flew up there, made a great stop. Braden Houch, the senior, number 11, with a huge play for the Bulldogs. Gong's out. 3:07, clock's ticking. 3rd and 8 for the Pirates.
And their hands man, Matt Hurl, will check in. He's number 8.
Spot him early, Jake. There we go.
Yeah, we've got a 4-receiver set, single back. Mahomet motioning around.
Showing blitz.
Connor. He slips again, and he'll be touched. That'll bring up 4th down, loss of 6.
Yeah, Mahomet showing blitz, and I got to believe that was in Dylan Quatrano's head when he slipped there. He saw the blitz coming. Bulldog showing blitz all the way. Good aggressive play call by our D coordinator. And we'll turn it over on the punt here. Good stop by the D again. Bulldogs making a stand once again. The punter will set things up.
Deep.
And that's Loomis. Deep for the Bulldogs is Quentin Rogers. Dyer, the up back. Look for Dyer to field this one. He's been kicking these punts short. Snap's good. The punt is short. Dyer's going to call fair catch, and he's good hands. He does his job. Bulldog side of the field. Pirates side of the field. We'll start it off right at the 35. 1:59 left to go in this first quarter.
You got to be thinking a quick strike here, Dan.
Yeah, let's go.
Take advantage of the momentum, get him in the end zone, get a little cushion between the Pirates and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, those playoff nerves are now over. It's time to go to work. Let's go to work here, boys. See that O-line do some work.
5-receiver set, empty backfield. Bomb on an island. Looks to the sideline. Q Rogers, no safety set. It's a quick up to Q Rogers. He's got a guy, hands in his face, and the flag comes.
And it's a PI, but he caught it. Let's see if they call it in bounds. Well, what's the call here?
Well, either way, the flag came in at about the 7-yard line. That'll be pass interference if he didn't catch it.
Wyatt saw that one-on-one matchup. He loves it when he sees Q one-on-one. He took a shot deep. Wyatt with a great pass gives nobody a chance to catch that ball except for Q. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be a pass interference on the defense, so marks that baby off.
What I was trying to say is that they're playing a 2-over safety set, but they had cheated to the far side of the field, which left Q Rogers in man coverage wide open.
Good recognition by that senior quarterback to read it. He takes a shot. It pays off. We'll march this one off. It'll be 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs from about the 20. As they get things set here, let's give a shout out once again to that Mahomet Lions Club taking tickets tonight. Thank you guys for all that you do for the Bulldog football program. 1:52 left to go in this first quarter, Chad. 7-0 Dogs.
Super suds. I don't even know what that means.
What is going on?
Super studs stacked to the far side. Q Rogers, Valiant Walsh, Trey Peters all on his own.
I think
of course, we've got Braden Garrett in the backfield.
Super suds. Let's see if we can get some super suds.
Carter Selk with the block. Bomb keeps it. Busted play, and he'll lose one on the play to bring up 2nd down for the Bulldogs about the 24.
Luke Boaz for the Pirates comes through there. He reads that keeper by Wyatt. We haven't seen much of that all year. Wyatt, not exactly a threat on his feet, but I like the mix-up of the play call. We reset now, 2nd and 11.
Quick out to Q Rogers. Bubble screen. Trouble on the outside. He picks up 3 or 4. And a late hit. No flag.
No, he tiptoed that sideline, Chad. We thought he was out of bounds. He just kept fighting for yards. He's almost at the 1st down marker. He's going to be just shy. Huge gain, though. Big gain. About a 10-yard gain brings up a very makeable 3rd down play. It'll be 3rd and 2, and we'll bring out the old diesel.
Yeah, I was going to say, you see Mateo Casillas coming in there. You got to believe that's a diesel package.
Yeah, we got the big boy package in. That's the let's shove it down your throat package. Houchin under center. Houchin with it. He snaps it. He gives it right up the middle. It's going to be actually outside to VW. Valiant Walsh dives across that 1st down marker. Move the change. We've got 1st and 10 Bulldogs. First quarter action, 1:13 left to go. They'll keep the diesel package in there, Chad.
Should be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs just inside the 10-yard line.
Big boy package in. Houchin under center. Hauser, the back. He has it. Nothing going there. And it'll be stopped by Ottawa. That's number 7 for Ottawa. That's Dylan Quatrano. He comes up, makes a good play on Hauser. And Brennan might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up second goal from about the 10, 43 seconds left to go. Clock's ticking. Everybody's got 3 timeouts. It's still early. Whole another quarter left to go in the half. Diesel package still in there. Hauser, the running back. Houchin under center. Valiant in motion. They give to Hauser. Hauser's got a little bit more breathing room, but he's tackled. And that'll be number 8 for the Pirates, Matt Hurley, who makes a play for the Pirates, but not after a couple yards, maybe 3. Call it 3rd and goal. 10 seconds left. We'll probably take this to the second quarter, Chad.
I would think so, and that'll give us a good time for a commercial break. Pay our sponsors while they pay us. We'll be right back with you.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today.
For 150 years, you've believed in Busey. You dreamed of owning your first home. You partnered with us to customize a plan. You started a business. You trusted us to guide you through the ups and downs. You wanted to leave a legacy. You allowed us to bring your dreams to life. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family for generations. Busey, fulfilling dreams since 1868.
We're back at the beginning of the second quarter. 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal from the 8, I should say, for the Bulldogs.
Wyatt back in there, Chad, as they try to figure out the scoreboard. We have scoreboard malfunction going on right now, so they'll pause and let that get taken care of.
Trey Peters, Braden Pago, Valiant Walsh set up in a bunch formation. I don't even know what you call that. Kind of stair step. I like it.
I like it too. Everybody's kind of checking out the scoreboard right now. We've got some scoreboard issues. They'll figure it out soon enough. Obviously, there's 12 minutes left on the clock. They're going to figure that out here. As we start out this second quarter, Chad, it's been a dogfight. It's playoff football. You can't take anything for granted. Ottawa came to play tonight. Bulldogs up 7-0. Second quarter about to start. Bulldogs have the play call on this 3rd and goal from their 8-yard line. Chad, do you think we're in 4-down territory?
I think you are. In playoffs, so far the defense has held them.
Defense has been
even if you don't make it on 4th down, you got them deep. Defense is going to get you out of there, and you hope to get the ball inside of Ottawa's side of the field. Inside the 50 is what I was looking for.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you've got defense controlling the ball when they're out there, so why not go for 4? But let's get it on 3rd down. All kinds of scoreboard issue. Hey, let's give a shout-out to Matt Hensley, the athletic director for the Bulldogs. He's up here. He's the fixer.
The fixer, and he did it.
He fixed it.
Start of the second quarter, 3rd and goal from the 8 for the Bulldogs.
Good job, Matt. Way to come in there and fix that baby up so we can play on.
Braden Garrett in the backfield with Baum. 4 receiver set for the Bulldogs.
Come on, baby.
Snap goes to Baum. Looks through his progression.
Tons of time.
Rolls out to the right.
Tons of time.
Oh, nearly intercepted by number 42. That's going to be
Aguiar.
Aguiar again. Brandon Aguiar.
Looks like we're going to get a field goal set up here, Chatty. So we were wrong once again.
Well, I think what the crowd has learned that is we shouldn't be coaches.
No, and honestly, Walmer, he lives for this moment.
Or is it a fake and we don't know it?
Well, we don't know it, but Houchin is the holder. Or Houchin is the snapper, excuse me. Dyer's the holder. And it looks like it's going to be about a 25-yarder for Walmer. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. Give Walmer 3. He doesn't get a lot of those chances, but he comes through there. Bulldogs up 10-0 early. Good job, Walmer. Way to convert.
So the Bulldogs will lead up 14 seconds into the second quarter. Set to kick this one off. where we expect the dogfight to continue.
Yeah, early in the second quarter, Bulldogs with their hands full. Haven't quite gotten sync offensively. Still a lot of time in this football game to settle things in. Dylan Quattrano will receive for the Pirates along with Kevon Peterson. They're the returners. Walmer, who just had that field goal from 25 out, he'll kick things off, and he'll kick it deep. Let's see if the kickoff can do their job. Look for Golden to make a play here on the kick special teams play. Walmer steps it off here. Again, Dylan Quattrano, number 7, deep for the Pirates, along with Kevon Peterson, number 15. Peterson on the far side, Quattrano to our near side. Walmer kicks it. It's a deep one. And he'll go to Peterson. Peterson takes it right up the middle. Then he'll bounce it outside. He's got a little room up there sideline. But he will be brought down. It looks like
roughly the 30 where they're going to mark it.
You got it, Chad, and that was, excuse me. I want to shout out Talon Pollock for special teams play there. Talon comes through there, makes that tackle. Bulldogs will set things up on the defensive end from the 30. Pirates looking to get on the board here in the second quarter.
Ryder Miller sets up in the backfield with Colby Mortensen. 4-receiver set. It's a misdirection play, and it's a fumble. It's a fumble, and the Bulldogs have it at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Okay, come on over, Brennan Hauser. Come on over, Brennan Hauser. You get the turnover chair, buddy. The ball was loose on the handoff. Hauser takes advantage, and he'll come over. He'll see the turnover chair. He'll get hoisted. Bulldogs in a great position here. Second quarter, 24-yard line. Wyatt Baum brings the troops out. Here we go. 11:31 left to go in this second. Big play by the defense.
Garrett sets up deep behind Baum. Trey Peters all alone. It's a handoff to Garrett. Inside the right tackle, he's still pushing. There's a holding. I'm sorry, it's a holding. It's a flag, but it's got to be a holding that deep in the Mahomet backfield. He does get across the 20 into the 19. Let's wait for the call.
Yeah, it comes from the head judge in the backfield there. You got to imagine it's a hold penalty on the Bulldogs. We'll see what they say. And the call's coming in. Head official.
No, it's an illegal shift by the Bulldogs.
Okay.
I bet you didn't know this signal.
I don't, but now I do. So Bulldogs will come back and they'll start things up again. 1st and 15 now. They'll start again, and they're just inside the 30, call it the 29-yard line.
Still first down for your Bulldogs.
Baum will roll out to his left. Deep in territory.
Nice pass.
That looks like to be Valiant Walsh, close to the first down marker.
Yeah, great pass by Wyatt, rolling to his left side, off balance a little bit. He takes his time, makes a great BB pass, right on the money. Brings up 2nd and about 3 now. 11 minutes left to go in the quarter.
4 and 5, Dyer and Rogers to our near side stacked. Handoff right up the gut goes to Garrett, and doesn't get a whole lot there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that should bring up 3rd down and roughly 2 for the Bulldogs.
Give some credit to the Pirates. They are standing up to the run. Dylan Quattrano again on the play along with others. Offensive line has got to get a little bit tougher for the Bulldogs here.
You probably don't know this, but there's a diesel shortage in this country right now.
There isn't right
but
now,
not on
Chad.
this field because the diesel package is out, buddy.
There isn't a diesel shortage in Mahomet. Their big boys are in. 10:40 left. Clock's ticking. 3 timeouts each side. That diesel familiar formation is with Houchin under center. Hauser in the backfield. Valiant gets it on the motion. He spins. He fights. And he's got the first down.
It's got to be a first down.
Good effort play by Valiant Walsh. He was tackled in the backfield. He spun. He did the old spin move and fell forward for that first down. Good play by VW, the senior, to fight for a first down. Brings up 1st and about First and 10, from the 12-yard line. They stick in the diesel. We've got Q on the wing back along with Valiant in motion. Fake to Valiant. They give to Q. Q's got some room. He's in for a Bulldog touchdown! Great play by Q. They had him in the backfield, but he fought, he drove, he stumbles, he leans for a Bulldog touchdown.
Pending the extra point, 16-0, 9:59 to go in the first half.
Great play call to get your ball to your playmaker. Quentin Rogers makes the play, puts us ahead, 16-0. Walmer out to kick the point after. Dyer to hold. Houchin is the snapper. Let's see if Walmer can stay perfect on the night. The snap from Houchin is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it's good. Just inside that left upright for the point after. Bulldogs 17, Pirates 0. 9:59 left to go in the second. Looks like the diesel package is where we need to be.
12 will get us there.
Okie dokie. Well, we've got
Unless
a ball
it's a
game.
baker's dozen. Then it's a baker's dozen and 4. 17-0. Bulldogs on the scoreboard first.
I think it's
And
safe to
second?
say we're in playoff mode. Nothing comes easy now, boys. Nothing comes easy now.
Nothing does, but here's what I've noticed. Mahomet's going to have to get their passing game in sync to give a little breathing room to Braden Garrett. He's a sophomore back there. He doesn't have the touches that Luke Johnson or even a Riken Kirby has throughout the season.
Yeah, Quattrano back deep to return along with Peterson for the Pirates. Walmer with that big, heavy right leg sets up to kick. Kickoff team ready. Whistle blows. Walmer steps up, and he kicks it, and it's a good kick. It'll be to Peterson. Peterson fields it. He gives it to Quattrano. Quattrano gets cut down.
Oh, there's a late
penalty.
flag. That could be a chop block. I don't know. That happened way up at the 30-yard line.
That was weird, wasn't it? That's an odd.
Well, it's about 15 yards further downfield.
Again, Talon Pollock with a great special teams play, number 34.
Ziegler, let's run it back.
Run that one back. Let's see what happened. Talon Pollock with a great open field tackle.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a block in the back.
Okay. On them or on us?
Well,
They fake it. They give it to Quattrano, and that's when the flag came out. They're talking about it. Atkins talking it over with the head official as we speak.
you think he's asking him what he had for dinner?
Yeah, probably asking about what he likes to sing for karaoke night, I'm guessing.
Probably some opera.
Probably jazz. I'm guessing jazz.
And they do mark it back. That is going to be a block in the back
good
by the
break.
receiving team. They'll mark that off 10.
Good break for that Bulldog defense to pin him back. Let's see if we can apply some pressure now on the Pirates.
Are you blitzing here, Dan?
I think you bring everything and the kitchen sink.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Ooh, let that sink in.
Yeah. Read your newspaper if you lost that reference this
Twitter,
week.
a Twitter profile. Chief Twit in charge now for the Twitter organization. But Bulldogs will start this thing off in great position with, excuse me, oh goodness, 9:55 left to go.
Well, Ottawa will anyway. First and 10 from their own 12.
12-yard line for the Pirates.
New face in here. Looks like Paxton Miller will set up all alone.
Let's eat, D. Let's eat.
Handoff, and it goes to Miller. And it's almost intercepted, and
and he
Miller
catches
brings it down.
What a catch.
At the 24. Almost a pickoff by the Bulldogs. Bumped in and out of his hands, and Miller brings it down.
Yeah, he threw it right at Dayton. Dayton almost surprised that it was in his hands. Bounces off his chest and right into the hands of Miller. Tough break for the Bulldogs. Great break for the Pirates. That's a first down play. Move the chains. First and 10 for the Pirates. They get a little breathing room now. And they'll reset at their 24-yard line. First and 10. 9:28 left to go.
Connor Price sets up to the far side. Paxton Miller to our near side. There's motion. Handoff right up the middle. He's got all kinds of room. Finally taken down. Pickup of about 7 or 8. That's going to be, I think, number 13, Ryder Miller on the carry.
Yeah, Miller with a really hard, tough run right up the middle. He got through that front line of the Bulldog defense, and it took Hauser to bring him down along with Donnie, but not after a big 8-yard gain for the Pirates. That's their first big running play, so you got to think they're going to go back to that again.
Colby Mortensen, I apologize.
See if Yancey can step up at the nose here and shut that thing down.
Mahomet playing a very tight man, expecting the run, and they do it again.
They do, and we expected it. They had some success. We knew that was coming again. Yancey does his job, stands him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Second, call it 3rd and 2. 8:39 left. There is a timeout on the field. Our first timeout of the game. It'll be charged to the Pirates. And let's take a quick break. Let's catch our breath. Bulldogs up 17-0. We'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
So apologies, that was not a timeout. They brought the chains out to measure. It will be good enough for an Ottawa first down at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Handoff right up the middle and hit in the backfield. Stood up.
Okay.
2 yards deep in the backfield.
Big Jack Gallier with the big stand.
Gallier, Nick Goldenby's in on that.
He finishes it. They shut off that middle run that's had a little bit of success here on this drive. They stand up to that one. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. 8:03 left to go. There was not a charge timeout, so still 3 timeouts. Both sides of the ball. Everybody's got a handful, all their timeouts.
Connor Price, Paxton Miller set up.
Use a pick.
Sheehan goes in motion. He will keep the ball and get back to the original line of scrimmage. Just by a pack of Bulldogs will hit him.
Yeah, Donnie Lewis did a great job of reading that play from that rover safety position. Comes up, makes a big play. Brennan Hauser in on it as well. And no gain there. Another 3rd down situation for the Bulldogs here in this second quarter. 3rd and 9. Look for fake handoff here. They've been doing a lot of handoffs. You got to think there's a play action coming here.
Well, you know I'm wrong most of the time, but I got to believe they're going to Paxton Miller because he's setting up single coverage to the outside. It's a single safety to the – that's a cover 2, I should say, but he's all alone for 10 or 15 yards. Let's see what happens.
Number 13, his name's Ryder Miller.
Sets up. Pass goes to Sheehan. No, inside. Pass Sheehan. Goes to number 12. That's Connor Price, and he will pick up a first down out to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah,
Once again, I'm wrong.
You're wrong, but Connor Price makes a big play. Bulldogs almost in a zone. They kind of had some miscommunication there. Let him loose. He found some room in that middle of the zone and makes a great play. Brings up first down right at the 50. Call it 48 of the Pirates. 1st and 10 for them. 6:30 left to go in the half.
Sheehan in motion. Comes to the Mahomet side. Colby rolls out. It's going to be a quarterback keeper across the 45. Hit hard about the 47-yard line back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll bring up 2nd down, 6:15 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Braden Houchin did a nice job of making sure he gets his man down. He comes flying up there for a great tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10, 6:15 left to go in the half. We could use a turnover right now, Chad.
Well, here's something we've seen. Mortensen has thrown a couple of quick slants and underneath passes. They've not taken a deep, and I just think it's because they haven't had the time in the backfield to do that.
Yeah, give a credit to the D-line for the Dogs. Jack Gallier, Mateo Casillas, Yancey in the interior. It's going to be a pass.
And it is hit at the line of scrimmage by Mateo Casillas.
Yeah, give a shout out to Mateo again, applying all kinds of pressure. Chad, you called it. They're just not getting the time they need for their quarterback. Mortensen just not getting the time he needs to make that completion. He had a guy on the slant, well covered, but he had his man. It would have been a short game nonetheless. It's an incompletion. 3rd and 10. Gongs are out. Let's see if we can't get this crowd back in it. Let's go.
Matt Hurl, Paxton Miller, Levi Sheehan. Miller goes in motion, sets to a trip set. And it is a draw play, hit in the backfield, and he will lose yards on that. It'll bring up 4th and about 12.
Yeah, what I love about that play is the Bulldogs played aggressively. They showed blitz. They actually had a couple guys run right by him, but we clean it up. And it's a short game, maybe a loss of 2. And the Pirates will come out and punt with 5:45 left to go. Another great stand by the Bulldogs. Cam Loomis is the punter, number 4. He's a junior. Back deep for the Dogs is the threat, Quentin Rogers. Let's see if we can get him the ball. Dyer, the up back. Loomis to punt. It's a good punt. Rogers has a chance. He's going to let that one settle.
Right between his legs. That was close.
Quentin dancing with the devil there a little bit. He doesn't touch it, though, and he lets it fall. 5:18 left to go. Bulldogs take over, 20-yard line. Let's see if Burner can put together a nice long drive, finish this half off. Bulldogs up 17-0. Whew. So far, so good for the Bulldogs, but we can get a little bit more crisp on offense. Let's see what happens.
Baum will take the snap, hand off to Garrett off the right tackle. Nothing doing there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, give credit again to the Pirates. They have been showing some pressure at that D-line. They've been making plays. That was Brandon Aguilar again. 42, he broke that up. Gets Garrett down for a short gain. Maybe a loss of 1, actually. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Baum will roll out left. Sets up the pass, and he does pass. He's got Trey Peters. Good enough for a first down. Out to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we go into that hurry-up offense now, Chad. Wyatt again to his left, rolling left with a great play to the playmaker, Peters, the big, long target. DB fell down. Peters catches it, moves the chains. Here we go.
Fake handoff to Garrett. Steps up in the pocket, rips it downfield to Q. Rogers, puts off. He gets it to the 25. He's got Green in front of him, and he'll walk it in for the touchdown.
What a play by Quentin Rogers. Okie dokie. Sometimes you just got to throw it up to your playmaker and let him do the rest.
That feels like a little bit of breathing room.
Okay.
An amazing catch by Q. Rogers. He had to absolutely jump out of the building to catch that.
And to keep his balance, Chad, completely off balance. Wyatt with a good pass. Q goes up, makes a play, and shakes his man, and keeps his balance.
Breaks 2 tackles on the way.
Sometimes you just got to get the ball to your playmaker. That's what we do. Quentin Rogers, wow, what a play. Bulldogs up 23-0. Walmer in for the point after. Confetti's flying as Dyer gets the hold. The hold's good. Walmer's kick is good. Great play by the Bulldogs to strike right back. 24-0, 4:33 left to go. Now we're talking about maybe getting another hold, getting another ball in our hands.
You don't mean a hold like a penalty.
No, we need another defensive hold.
You need to stop.
Another defensive stop. Let's see if we can't get that ball back one more time before the half is up.
Well, Mahomet has all 3 of their, actually both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. 4:33 to go, as Dan mentions, in the first half. All Bulldogs 24-0.
Yeah, we've got a quick break in the action here. Let's update the out-of-town scores. Ryan's on it. He'll bring that back in just a second. And Ryan's working on it. I think he's got it. Yeah, it looks like early over in Highland. Highland's up 28-0 over Dunlap. And that's our only out-of-town score for now. Highland in the south bracket also, but they're down. We'll see them in the semifinals if we can even get there. And if they get there, they're the 2 seed in our south bracket. They're up 28-0 over Highland. But we're live here in Frank Dutton Field. And Walmer's set to kick. He does just that. He'll kick again to Kevon Peterson. Peterson with it. Coming up heavy. And he brings it right to the 25-yard line. Good coverage by that kickoff team for the Bulldogs. Again, boy, give shout out to Talon Pollock. He's been on every single kick special teams coverage. Talon's been right there, 34 for the Bulldogs. Good job, Talon. Another good play among others. Okay, let's reset. 4:26 left to go in the half. 3 timeouts for the Bulldogs, 3 timeouts for the Pirates. You got to think they're going to take a shot here, Chad.
Quattrano in the backfield. Number 7, Dylan Quattrano sets up. 3 receiver set made up of Levi Sheehan. I can't see the other 2. And there's a quick whistle by the referee. No flags that I can see.
No, that was odd, wasn't it? It's like they weren't ready or not set or something, but no penalties. I noticed the DBs are playing a lot tighter here.
Oh, that just tells me they're running. They're playing the run. They're not.
It was a false start, Chad. No flag came out.
Well, it's an invisible flag. It's new in IHSA.
Oh, that's one of those?
Yeah, it's one of those transparent ones.
We didn't get the memo on that. Again, watch Jake here. He's playing tight coverage along with Cale Schweihart, number 9 in the slot, covering up Sheehan, the playmaker.
Mortensen gets the snap. Looks for the quick slant across the middle. Jake Waldinger with the breakup at the 40. Great coverage
he read
by
that
Mahomet.
perfect. He was tight coverage. He did a great job of spinning them hips around like they teach him every day. He spotted the ball, knocked it out. Here we go, reset, 2nd 15. Great coverage, Shaker.
Intended for Paxton Miller.
Yeah, it's a good thing he batted that one away, Chad, because that could have been lights out.
That could have been gone. There was no one on the other side of him.
Yeah, good coverage. Good coverage by our all-conference cornerback, Jake Waldinger, number 3. You got to think they're going to try to pass again. 4:20 left. Clock is stopped with that incomplete. 2nd 15.
Matt Hurl checks in. It's a quick pitch to the running back. That's number 7, Dylan Quattrano, and he'll get nothing on that.
Ben Wagner coming flying through there along with Jack Gallier, the junior. We'll set him down. Clock's ticking, 4:04. You got to think about maybe calling a timeout. Not quite yet. Kind of playing that strategery at this point. Who's going to call the first timeout, Chad? We'll see. Lots of time for that Bulldog offense if we can get a hold here. And what I mean by hold, a stop. 3rd and 14.
Quattrano out. Ryder Miller checks in at a wide receiver.
Spot Sheehan, number 3 in that slot. Bulldogs showing a lot of pressure.
Paxton goes in motion, zips it, and then it's picked off.
Yeah,
by the Bulldogs.
Get a block. Go, Houch.
He's got a man out front.
Go, Houch.
He's going to walk it in for the pick 6.
Sir.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Let's go. Braden Houchin with a playmaker play. Gets the pick. He breaks a tackle. He goes all the way to the checkerboard end zone for a Bulldog touchdown.
I got to say,
woo!
I don't like to not give credit where it's due.
Okay.
I think that's a busted route by the receiver. That was a perfectly thrown ball, and the receiver just went to the inside, and it was wide open for the pick.
Great read by Houchin, and a great conversion. Defense showing up tonight. 3:25 left. 30-0 Bulldogs. Houchin on the throne, and he gets the 6. Better put your helmet back on, Houchin, because you're going to have to kick a point after and snap the ball. Apparently they got a backup snapper because Houchin's going to take his time over here. Actually, they're going to go shotgun with Wyatt. It's
hand off to Valiant Walsh right up the middle.
Push him.
Keep pushing, and it's in for 2. Or wait, did he even score? He did. Yeah, there we go. 2. 32-0, all Bulldogs, 3:25 to go in the first half, and the field is electric.
It's on fire. Give the O-line some credit for pushing him in the end zone there. Valiant didn't have a lot of room. The O-line just kept pushing forward.
In fuego.
In fuego. He's on fire. Okay, now we're right where we need to be. 32-0, 3:25 left to go in this ball game. And I would say the air of the Ottawa sideline has left the building.
Speaking of air, I think if you're Ottawa now, despite that pick six, you got to start going to the air because the run's just not there. You've got to get different routes, get different receivers into the game, maybe some misdirection. You know, what we haven't seen that I saw on a lot of film is they haven't run a lot of screens, bubble screens on that trip side.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they've had a little
I know
bit.
I'm right. I watched it.
Oh, excuse me.
No, that was aggressive. That was.
Yeah, that was extremely
I take that
aggressive.
back.
I thought we were friends, Chad. I thought we were friends and neighbors and brothers and all of that, but I guess we're not. We're just commentators. Speaking of commentating, Kyle Walmer will kick things off for the Bulldogs. 3:25 left to go in this first half. Playoff football. Dylan Quattrano, number 7, back to receive along with Peterson. Kevon, it's a short kick, and it goes straight out of bounds. Not what Kyle wanted to do there, I'm sure of that. And he's going to learn from that. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but that wasn't it. He kicks it straight out of bounds. That's a penalty when you do that. So
Now, when you're deep and you kick it out of bounds, it goes to the 35. Is this an automatic penalty of 10 yards?
I'm not sure. We'll find out.
And no, it's just the spot. It's a 5 yard off
foul.
of. Yeah.
Which isn't a good break, honestly, for the Bulldogs. It gives the Ottawa Pirates really good field position. They'll start things off almost to midfield now with all 3 timeouts remaining. Like you said, Chad, they're going to go to the air a little bit more. Even though they had that pick, they've had some openings in that receiving game.
Price and Miller set up. It's a handoff to number 7. That's going to be Dylan Quattrano. He's hitting the backfield. Time keeps on ticking with 3:18 to go to bring up second down for the Pirates.
Javon Irwin, a new face in there. He's been there all season, though, for the Bulldogs. He comes up, makes a big play. Short gain, maybe a half a yard, brings up second and 9.5. Call it second and 10. 2:58, clock's ticking. Again, we'll see if Atkins chooses to call a couple timeouts here to try to get that ball back. You know he trusts his defense.
Mortensen sets up deep. Plenty of time, whips it downfield, nearly picked off, and it's a reception.
Yeah.
Almost picked off by the Bulldogs, and that's
man.
going to be Paxton Miller. He's at the right place at the right time.
Place at the right
Big
time.
pickup for the Pirates.
Nick Golden gets his hands on it, but he gets just enough on it to tip it up in the air and right into the hands of the receiver. It's a big play from Ottawa. Good break for the Pirates. They'll have it 1st and 10, 2:28 left. And here we go. Bulldog defense has to make another stop. Sheehan
and Miller.
and the slot. Miller to our near side.
Quattrano team up again. It does go to number 3,
Nothing doing.
Levi Sheehan, and he has nothing
Jack
but negative
Gallagher
yards.
read that baby all the way, and Jack makes a huge play. That's a big loss of down. Loses 4 or 5 on the play, brings up second and 15. Nobody's called a timeout. Clock's ticking. 1:54 and counting. You got to believe Ottawa's going to take their time here. They don't want to give the ball back to the Bulldogs. They want to try to find a score here or look for a pass.
Ryder Miller checks in at the wide receiver set. Connor Price to the far side. Steps back. He's going to be
pressure.
sacked.
Javon Irwin.
And there, coach finally calls a timeout.
Yep.
He knows he has him in a bad spot. They will take advantage of it. First time out for the Bulldogs, charged to them, 1:26 to go. Should bring up 3rd down and a half a mile for the Pirates.
Mateo Casillas, another big play by the senior. Mateo comes through there, makes a huge play. Another loss of down, putting them back 3rd and 21. Atkins calls a timeout. He wants to get another shot at this on the offense. He trusts his defense, 3rd and 21. He knows one stop here, and we can possibly call it 2 stops because you know they're going to go for it on 4th. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts, though. So if we get a stop here, maybe an incompletion stops the clock. Want to try to get that ball back and see if we can't score one more time going into half. Keep that momentum going on the Bulldog side. Speaking of the Bulldog side, the students are here and they are ready to roll tonight. Decked out in pink, fired up, got confetti going. We got cheerleaders flipping. We got the band ready to roll, Chad. Halftime's
I'm ready to roll.
On point. All right, 1:30 left to go in the half. 2 timeouts for Mahomet, 3 for Ottawa. 3rd and 21. Let's get a pick here, boys. Ball hawk. Look for Mateo to apply some more pressure, and Nick Golden. There we go. Play clock's going.
4 receiver set. Adjustments in the backfield. Mortensen takes a snap. Heavy pressure.
Lots of
He will be
pressure.
sacked back at the
Timeout.
44-yard line.
Timeout.
Coach takes another timeout. We're to be 4th and Mansfield.
4th and
Farmer Mansfield
City.
for
4th
the
and
Pirates
Mansfield.
with a $1:26 to go.
Javon Irwin, Nick Golden said, hey, how about this? Let's meet in the backfield on this play. Let's just meet at the quarterback.
Oh, you think it was arranged?
I think they talked about it.
Oh,
They decided, let's just meet at the quarterback.
we
They did it.
were already back there. Let's go back and see if we can.
Let's just go ahead and meet him there.
Yeah.
And Colby Mortensen had no time whatsoever to do anything. Another timeout call for the Bulldogs. They want to try to get that ball back and bowl their way down the field. 1:26, only 4 seconds run off on that play.
Yeah, it looks like about 4th and 30 if my math is correct.
Yeah, we'll see what.
Well, 29. Let's not split hairs.
Yeah, so they spot the ball, Chad, at the 43. It's interesting. What do you think the Pirates are thinking here?
I think you take a strike. You have absolutely nothing to lose. Or
Do they try a pooch punt?
you pooch punt it.
You pooch punt it or you run it, Chad, because you make Mahomet burn their final timeout.
Well, no, you wouldn't because the clock would stop, wouldn't it? Because it's 4th
It
down.
would. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. That's why you watch a lot of football.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we'll see. They're talking a lot about it. We'll see. You got to imagine they're going to do a pooch punt of some sort. Yeah. In any case, we're about to find out. They do line up in.
Well, it is Mortensen still back there.
It does. It's Mortensen. but
4th and 29 from
he's lined up deep. You want to send maybe Houchin back here. I'm not sure.
Mahomet playing a off zone. They'll now drop 4 back. All kinds of time. He does go across the middle, and he has a man. He's still on his feet
it's
and
gonna be
gets within
close.
a yard of the first down.
He's short, Chad.
He is short.
He's short by a
where
couple
the Bulldogs.
yards.
I like the call. I
Great
like the call by
call.
the Pirates.
Great call. They come up just short, but they move it. They're only maybe 2 yards short of that first down. Turnover on downs.
Well, but if you think about it, Mahomet's playing that 4 deep set. They're totally fine having everything in front of them, make the tackle in open field, and that's exactly what they do.
Well, they're playing the sticks there, and they did a great job of it. They kept everything in front of the sticks, and they give the ball right back to their offense. Offense has it. 1 timeout left, 1:18 left to go in the half. Up 32-0. Here we go.
Rogers, Pagel, Dyer, set deep. It goes right across the middle, and it is.
Great catch by
They're going to
Pagel.
give that to him? That's
No signal.
They're going to give it
Yep,
to him,
they
so
give
they'll
to
run
him.
it.
Hurry it up. 1:13. Clock's ticking. They'll stop it for the chain gang.
1st and 10, Pagel on the reception. Bomb drops back again.
Gotta hurry.
Oh, almost intercepted.
Almost picked, but clock stops.
Great defense by the Pirates. That's going to be, I think, number 7, isn't it?
Yep, that was Quattrano.
Quattrano
We've
again.
called
He's
his
all
name
over the place.
all night long. He does everything. Returns. He runs it.
Now, we have not seen
Covers.
this.
Oh, no.
6 receiver
Whoa.
set. I don't know what's going on here, but they do.
Get
Out
it,
to
Val.
Pagel. Or Valiant Walsh, excuse me, and he'll take it out of bounds. That'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a crazy formation. 6 receivers, 2 linemen. Interesting play call. I love it. Valiant gets some positive yards, and he gets out of bounds. That's the key. 1:01 left. We still have that 1 timeout in our pocket.
We've not used him too much yet tonight, but Trey Peters all alone to the far side. No one near him. Bomb rolls out to the left. Got a blocker out front. And it does go to Peters, but it is short at the 47-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. I think you go for it either way here.
Yeah, it's tough. I think we'll see what happens here. They bring in Ray Long. I see Ray coming on the field. 57 left. Your defense have been playing great all night long. I think they're going to punt this one, Chad. Yeah, they line up in a.
But you've got the two blockers up front. Yeah, he's going to punt this.
Wyatt's going to punt it. That's a safe play here. Playoff action. Wyatt gets it off.
Levi Sheehan set deep.
Good.
Out of bounds. Almost picked off by the cheerleader down there.
Yeah,
she didn't even see it happening.
Not a great punt, but nonetheless, we'll set up on defense and try to close this half off. 52 seconds left. Bulldogs up 32-0.
Still 3 timeouts for the Pirates if they can
get
a little forward motion here. You've got a lot of time. 52 with just about just right out of half field to go.
Well, look for more pressure from Mateo. Look for Javon. He's been applying a lot of pressure up the middle. Yancey doing a great job in there. And also, of course, Jack Gallier is lurking on that D end. You got to think the DBs have got to be really, really ball hawking now.
Yeah, I don't think you're playing as tight as you have been the first half, but let's see.
Let's
Donovan
keep
Lewis.
Everything in front and read that quarterback's eyes, see if we can't pick one and take it to the house.
Paxton Miller sets back. It's a screen across the middle.
Great play by Jack Gallier.
Jack Gallier bats it down.
He gets them big old bear paws up there, knocks it down the line of scrimmage. Jack Gallier, a force. He's either applying pressure or he's knocking balls down tonight. That'll stop the clock. Just a tick comes off of it. 48.5 left now. Again, you said Ottawa's got all 3 timeouts left. So plenty of timeouts, plenty of time for them to take some strikes.
Well, they've proven that they can actually move the ball into that secondary with the right players.
Jake playing tight on that far side.
Mortensen dropped back. He's going to let it go. A great pass.
Get up.
And it is
good defense by Cale Schweihart.
Cale Schweihart is who it is.
Yeah, Cale man-to-man, great coverage. That ball was up in the air for a long time, and Cale did the right thing. Just make sure it doesn't fall into the white hands. And he does just that. Brings up 3rd and 10. Gongs out. 41 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, intended for Levi Sheehan. I think if that's a harder thrown ball, he's got more of a chance, but that was like a duck up there for a while.
It is. He doesn't have a lot of time. Give a credit again to the D-line. They're applying so much pressure that Mortensen just doesn't have a lot of time. So, again, I'd love to see Bulldog defense, those DBs, eat here and try to take one to the house. It's going to be in the air.
Mortensen with the snap. Again, he lets it go.
Get it, Donnie.
And it is batted down.
Play.
That's got to be Donnie Lewis, isn't it?
Yeah, Donnie did a great job over there. He flew over from the safety position, did his job, make sure that ball doesn't come complete. He does it. 4th down and 10. Another punt, you got to imagine, maybe a pooch punt coming up for the Pirates. Let's see if Bulldogs choose to get in the return formation or if they stay in that defense set.
Hey, speaking of ducks, Dan, you know
Ducks.
tomorrow's opening day of duck season.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But I trust you on that.
You should. I'm a duck hunter.
Yeah. Are you going hunting?
I'm not.
Okay.
I've got football.
We got to go pirate hunting right here, and they're going to get the ball, and they're going to go for it.
Here's a snap back, and he rips it downfield. He's got a man open. He has it to the 10, out to the 2-3 yard line. 1st and goal for the Pirates, 28 seconds to go.
He had him.
A dangerous throw, but he lands it right on target.
He landed. What a great throw by the quarterback, Mortensen, and he got it over on Jake's side. Jake just lost 1 step, and that was enough for Mortensen to complete the pass. And now Ottawa's threatening with 28 seconds left, 2 timeouts left. They're on the 4 yard line. Great completion by the Pirates. And they line up in that shotgun formation. Mortensen's got it. He gives to the running back straight up the middle. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Good stop.
Yeah, Ryder Miller on the carry. Time still ticking, and there's a timeout taken by the Pirates. That's going to be their first timeout of the half.
I believe that might be their 2nd timeout. I don't think the scoreboard's caught out. We'll see.
I'll stick with my original comment, Dan.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's their first. seconds, 20.9 to be exact.
Hey, we got a big halftime show, Dan.
We got a great halftime show lined up. Chris Roberts, as always, coming
Always.
up.
He's going to have a sideline interview with Coach as they go into the locker room.
We got a special guest tonight.
Who is that?
We've got Colin Likas from the News-Gazette
boy.
joining us at halftime. Colin has been covering the Bulldogs and a lot of high school sports all season, but Colin's been writing about the series they call the Pregame in the News-Gazette, and it's been fun to follow. We'll let him talk a lot more about that when we have him, but we're excited to talk to Colin here at halftime. But still 20.9 seconds left. We need to stop here. We want to keep that 0 on the board if we can help it. Mortensen, the quarterback, of course, for the Pirates. Ryder Miller, the running back. Mortensen in that shotgun formation. He takes a snap. He's looking to pass it. He's got a man.
Oh, good breakup.
Defense.
Dayton Eisenman on the breakup.
Yeah, Dayton does a nice job of cutting that slant pattern off. He gets his hand on the ball, knocks it down. Good play by Dayton. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 4.
Their go-to guy is Paxton Miller, and I'm not sure why they're not doing that more on that slant because they're loading the other side. The safety's cheating to the strong side. It's a 5-yard pass. What do I know?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Connor Price is on the far side. And, of course, the quarterback is Mortensen. Mortensen takes the snap in the shotgun formation. He's going to fake the handoff. He goes to that slant again. It's up in the air.
Oh!
It falls down. Another great play by Eisenman. They're testing Dayton, and Dayton's answering the call. Dayton with another knockdown. He knocks it up in the air. Had a chance for a pick. Donnie comes over there. It falls, though, safely for Ottawa and gives them one more play here with 12.8 seconds left to go in this half. 4th and goal from
I feel like the coach
4.
was listening to me. You think he was?
I think so, and Dayton's ready for
Is
it.
his booth bugged?
I don't know. I don't see any. There's plenty of bugs for sure. It's just they're normal bugs. All right, here we go. Mortensen's got it. We're going to call a timeout.
I'd love to be able to call it, Dan. I just can't see that side of the field.
Well, they will call a timeout, and 12.8 seconds left. 4th and goal from the 4. Bulldogs trying to make a stand here and close this half out. Keep them off the scoreboard. Big play here coming up. Okay, we can take a deep breath for a second as they talk over this last play of the half. You got to imagine, one of the last ones. Again, we got Colin Likas coming in from the News-Gazette. We'll talk to him about his series that he's had all year long with the program. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about some playoff football. We'll talk about the first half. Chris Roberts, of course, will be interviewing Coach Atkins as he comes off the field. Be interested to see what his take is. But before we get into that, we've got one more play at least here. Big play coming up for the Bulldogs. Watch those slant patterns.
Braden Aguiar checks into the backfield. Mortensen, high snap, looks across. He's got a man deep in the end zone, and it is tipped by his own man in the back of the end zone. Bulldogs will take over at their own 4. You got to believe they're going to kneel it down and take it into the locker room for a pep talk, Danny.
Yeah, great play by Houchin. Good coverage. He's right on the play. He contends that one. Pass was a little high. Tough catch for the intended receiver. Falls safely. Bulldogs take over 1st and 10. 7 seconds. Like you said, Chad, you got to imagine we're going to kneel this thing. And let's go into halftime and reset things for that second half.
So not to get ahead of ourselves, but just as a reminder, is it up 40 points your running clock? Is that right?
It's 40.
40, yeah.
40 is the magic number. And that's exactly
That'll do
what
it.
Does it.
32-0, all Bulldogs here in the first half. Cheerleaders be coming out. Chris Roberts halftime show. Stay tuned for the News-Gazette to be up here with us. We'll be back in a few minutes on Bulldog TV.
Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs.
Well, we're back here, Dan, at the halftime show. We officially call it the Chris Roberts halftime show. He's not actually back here just yet, but we're super stoked to have in the booth with us Colin Likas from the News Gazette. Colin, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Yeah, Chad, Dan, thank you guys.
So it just occurred to me that this is actually the second News Gazette interview we've had this season. I don't think that's ever happened on Bulldog TV.
Okay, who was the first one?
Oh. Boy, he's putting us on the spot. He's putting us right on the spot. We'll think of it later.
It'll come to me.
Okay.
We'll think of it later.
I'll see if I can help out.
Well, he follows the line eye football he did for years. I'm just totally drawing blank.
You're not talking about. We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it.
But tonight we got Colin.
We do. So, Colin, talk a little bit about the program series that you guys are running, and
Sure.
How did that come to be, and just kind of everything that's gone into that.
Sure. So as most ideas in our sports section come to be, editor Matt Daniels, his idea. He is a huge ideas guy. I'm more of an execution guy, honestly. I think that's why we work well together. It was his idea. He thought of it back in probably May or June. He's been pondering this for a while. It was always the idea was, what if we did something like a Hard Knocks series based around just a program, not necessarily football, but just some program that was going to have success potentially this season. And saw Mahomet was returning starters at 18 of 22 positions on the football field. You think that team's probably going to be pretty good, and so far that's turned out really well. But we came up with a list of ideas early on back in like July, August, and so far been able to execute every one without issue, which is kind of incredible because in this business things change on a dime. So it's been really awesome to get behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
Well, and Chad, I got your back. It was Scott Ritchie.
Scott Ritchie.
I wasn't sure if you were talking about Bob Osmussen or gotcha. Okay.
It was Scott Ritchie. Scott Ritchie joined us in early weeks. I think it was
great.
First week.
Morton game.
Yeah.
Colin, talk about we've enjoyed following the program. It's the content has been amazing because it's not about football. Most of the time it's about everything but football and what goes into each week and some of the supporting cast members. Talk about why it's important for you guys to highlight some of those behind-the-scene things.
Yeah, and I think Coach Adkins is very much into that as well. He's been on board with this every step of the way, which has made it so much easier. And, just recognizing those folks who make this work because obviously the players are the ones who get the wins. They're the ones going out there making the plays. And we talk about them all the time. I mean, we write about them constantly, but what makes a program is everything that goes into it. So week one, you got the people who prepared the field, and I learned how tough doing the checkerboarding is, how much work goes into that, and why you guys don't do it every week, why you only do it for special occasions. The cheerleaders and the band and the color guard out here right now doing a great job. They're part of this atmosphere as well. Just the parents, people like you guys who do things like this and also just support the kids in general. I mean, the kids are out there getting the wins, getting the losses, getting whatever result it might be, but a program is about so much more than just the kids. It's about just everything that goes into kind of a community like this. Yeah, now
this is the first time you guys have done it, but the idea is that you're just going to kind of lift it up and take it to other schools and other sports? Will that happen as well?
That's our hope. Yeah, we're not sure exactly what the second version of this would be. We don't even know if it would be this school year necessarily. It's a big undertaking. I mean, a story like this every week that fills an entire page of the newspaper. Tough thing to put together each week. We've gotten great help from our advertising department. We had a whole page full of sponsorships from the Mahomet area. So we got to see if we can find another area, whether it be in Champaign or somewhere beyond Champaign, that's willing to support the project quite the way you guys did.
Well, you guys do a great job, and I'm glad you shouted out the band because on your screen at home, folks, you can watch the band and the color guard right now doing their thing. It all goes into making a great product here in Mahomet-Seymour, and we're proud of them just as much as we are the football program and all the other sports.
Yeah.
But Colin, talk about what this series has done as far as the tread. You talked about the advertisers, but it seems like people are really, and the sponsors, but people are really tagging on. From my standpoint, it's been a great way to document our season without us having to do it. You're doing it for us.
Yeah, I've gotten emails from a few different parents who have said, how can we purchase, versions of this, maybe plated or something like that. So I feel like we might have a few orders like that coming in that we might have to try to work out. Just being able to do that for people is great. We wish we could do it for every program, but, we cover
it's a big area.
We cover almost 50 high schools,
Wow.
extending about an hour away in each direction out from Champaign. So obviously really hard to do that. There are some sports that we have more teams in than others. Football, obviously a big one. For example, we don't have as many swim teams or tennis teams as we do football teams or volleyball teams. And football is the one sport where you actually have to qualify to get into the playoffs. They don't just let you in. They do in Indiana, where I come from. Everybody gets to play, but not here in Illinois.
Well, no wonder you moved to Illinois.
Yeah, exactly.
We raised champions.
Yeah, but it's just a really unique way. And again, I have to give all the credit to Matt Daniels back at the office for that one. Just a unique way to do this, and we're looking forward to doing it with other programs for years to come, hopefully.
Now, is this your first time to be to a Bulldog football game?
So I did the Quincy Notre Dame game with Joey Wright back in week 5, right? 5 or 6. We did that for radio, and I kind of jokingly told Matt, my editor, when I left, I said, if something very specific happens when I go to this game tonight, I might never go to a Mahomet game again. So Wyatt, 4 of his 5 picks coming into tonight were in the one game we saw. And then the first drive of the game, he throws another one. I'm immediately thinking, I need to leave.
All right,
because
Colin.
something
Thanks
horrible
for
is
coming
happening.
tonight, Colin. Thanks for coming tonight, Colin.
I was thinking something horrible has happened here. Like, why? But the offense has clearly gotten it on track now, so that's good to see. But
you're not allowed to come back.
Yeah, it's just really bizarre. I was there for the Morton game last year, too, and that was just a crazy shootout. A lot of fun to watch. This team's really exciting to watch. You guys were calling some of the wild formations. I think that Coach Atkins might be trying out here just to see how things might look later in the playoffs. This team is a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Well, not again to get too far ahead of ourselves, but if the Bulldogs pull it off here tonight, we face the winner of Metamora and Jacksonville.
Yep.
8-9 seed.
Any commentary you want to feed about either of those teams and kind of what either of those matchups might look like?
Yeah, I don't know that much about Metamora or Jacksonville. Obviously, you guys faced Jacksonville last year here, and that game went pretty well. I remember covering that game. 8-9, you figure they're two good teams. Once you get to this point in the season, everybody's got a good team. So ultimately, I think if you guys face Metamora, I think you get to host again. But if it's Jacksonville, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to go there. So obviously, you might prefer Metamora wins just for that reason. But as far as a matchup standpoint, I haven't done research into those two teams. They're outside of our coverage area. But assuming you guys close this out, and then I will find out more about one of those two teams once they play. I'm assuming they play on Saturday. I don't think those two are playing tonight.
Sure. Well, it's been a good ride. We've appreciated following along as you guys write some great stories about the program and documenting this tremendous season that we've had and really the last 2 years here in Bulldog Country. So, Colin, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all that you do to support Mahomet-Seymour High School, and thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for having me, and thanks for letting me write a story about you. You can see it in Tuesday's paper.
Yeah, well, appreciate that. We'll be back after this break for the Chris Roberts halftime show.
Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old world. A case to be filed in the end for mankind in the clouds.
Last week, your marching Bulldogs won the Governor's Grand Champion Trophy over a field of 18 bands at the University of Illinois Marching Band Championships. This was the 11th time the marching Bulldogs have won this coveted honor. Congratulations, marching Bulldogs. Music Booth did a 50-50 raffle this evening, and they have drawn the winning ticket.
Hey, welcome back, Bulldog fans, to the Chris Roberts Halftime Show. And, Chris, we just enjoyed a heck of a performance by the grand champion Mahomet-Seymour Band. How about that performance?
That's an awesome band. Congratulations to them on their, grand champion state, winnings. And what a phenomenal job they do bringing the halftime show to on here or on the road. And they're fun to watch, and they do a lot of hard work put into the program.
They start way back. There's 9-10 months of work, and those kids, they work their tails off, and they do great things. They just had a great performance just a little over a week ago, or less than a week ago. They're grand champions.
Yes.
So let's shout out the band. Heck of a performance. Good job bringing the atmosphere each and every home game. So shout out to our Mahomet-Seymour Band, the best band around.
You got that right, Dan.
So, Chris, let's talk about halftime stats.
Okay.
You're already bringing the stats. Go ahead and give us a rundown.
Well, here's one that stands out right away. Rushing yards, for the Bulldogs, 12 for 25. For the Pirates, 21, but minus 32 yards.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Minus 32 yards.
Minus 32.
Great defense.
Passing-wise, Bulldogs, 11 for 19, 170 yards. Pirates 6 for 16, 121.
Okay, they're having a little success there.
Yeah, total yards 195 for the Dogs, 89 for the Pirates. Third down, 3 for 6 for the Dogs, only 1 for 10 for Ottawa.
Okay.
So and turnovers, 1 for the Dogs. They're cleaning that up as we talked before.
Yep.
And 2 for the Pirates. Penalties, only 2 for 19 for the Dogs.
That's
They're
good.
again another good stat for the Dogs.
Yep.
5 for 45 for the Pirates. And time of possession, the Dogs had it for 15:28 in the first half, 8:32 for the Pirates.
Okay, so we controlled that clock, didn't we, Chris?
Yes, that's a key too.
Yep,
and this,
yep.
boy, again, the offense started out a little bit slow, but the defense came up and the offense clicked again, and then the defense, that huge defensive stand to end the first. Yeah, that's just this team just. If one area is not struggling, the other team or the other side picks it up.
It seems like
we've seen it all season.
We've seen it all year.
Yeah,
They step up when they need to, and they did just that. Like you said, the offense came out a little shaky.
Yeah,
but defense held their ground. When they needed to. So they did it once again as they closed that half off. Chris, what do you think for the second half? What are you thinking?
Another ready clock.
Okay.
Sorry, Pirates. But
all right.
Yeah, they're walking the plank.
They're walking the plank.
I
like it. I like it, Chris.
I'd say at least we can maybe reach. well, 60-something. We'll see. At
Well,
least
we'll
in the
see.
50s. But we'll
see.
But it's always just having good playoff fever here back.
Oh, it's good to be
it's
back home.
Yes, it is. Yes. So
Good to
we'll
be
see what
back
happens
home.
next weekend. We'll not sure take care of business here in this game, then see what happens.
See what happens
next weekend.
Yeah,
so.
we're looking at Jacksonville or Metamora if we can close this thing out in the second half. And
Yes.
Be interested to see what comes out of that game.
What
that
are your
8-9
thoughts
seed.
in the second half?
I think in the second half, I think we need to strike early. Again,
Yeah.
like you said, I'd like to see a running clock and see if
Mhm.
we can't get some of that second string in there and run some clock and keep everybody healthy.
Yes.
For
yes.
round 2.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's
for.
another key. Keeping everybody healthy. Yeah.
Keep them boys healthy and
Just a-
reset for round 2, hopefully. So let's
What a great weather night too. I mean, it's
Oh.
it couldn't even be better.
perfect
Yeah,
night
perfect
for
night,
Bulldog
yeah.
football.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Chris, we've got to give the old cue to Ryan to run the sideline
Okay.
report.
Well,
Chris grabbed Coach Atkins on the way to halftime. Ryan, let's go ahead and run that. All right, we'll try to bring that to you guys during the game or maybe even in post-game while we're waiting on Coach Atkins after the game. But, Chris, maybe recap what Coach talked about at halftime.
He just said, when I talked to him, just to keep the momentum going the second half, he was just pleased with the overall play of the defense and offense, and especially that defensive stand. Just really proud of his team. The way they ended this first half, and just keep that momentum going to end this first round playoff game here at home.
So he was overall pleased
Yes,
with
very
the
pleased.
first half performance.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to you guys too for last weekend for the other work you guys did on the road. Phenomenal job.
Appreciate it, Chris. Of course, shout out to Mike Orton for all of his work. Mike's a big part of the Bulldog football program and all the sports, quite frankly.
And the Zig Man and his crew behind the scenes.
The old RZ, he's always doing his thing.
You got that right.
Well, Chris.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks again, as always. Let's do this again, huh?
Let's do it again. Have a good evening, guys.
Thanks,
Go Dogs.
Chris. Hey, we'll be right back here on Bulldog TV.
Coach, it preps his first half once again. Offense clicked, in the first half, and the defense did it again tonight.
Man,
Your thoughts of the?
I tell you what, I'm so proud of our defense. Not only for the pick six and the way they've been playing. If they have positive yards in this first half, I'll absolutely be shocked. And then for them to bend but don't break and hold them 4 straight plays on the 5-yard line. What a message to send us into half. Now they're going to have to do it again to start the second half, but keep that momentum up, keep setting the tone, and we're going to close this one out.
Amen. Okay, great job, Coach. Good job. Let's send it back up the booth to Dan and Chad.
We gotta get loud, guys.
Peterson on the return. There's the flag.
Well, back here live on Bulldog TV. Missed the kickoff for the second half. 3 flags come flying from 3 different sides of the field. Dan on a bio brick. Me and Cletus holding up the flock here. I guess to be Cletus and I. To start the second half, Ottawa Pirates receive it. Still waiting for a call on the flags. It is going to go against Ottawa, but still no signal. Ottawa comes out. They will set up about the 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go. Second half underway, huh, Chad?
That's what it looks like. Either that or it's a really interesting halftime show.
Oh, band did a great job at halftime. That was awesome.
I love a good band.
Oh, we got a good one.
The drums are my favorite.
Yeah, I like it all. Yeah, hopefully we'll see them again one more week at least.
A lot of confusion here. Flags flowing left and right, in and out of the hands of the players and the refs. And finally, we will get underway. Mortensen sets up deep in the shotgun formation. 1 H-back, 2 to each side. And it is a busted quick slant play, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pickup of 1. He wrapped up right there by Brennan Hauser. And he does get 1. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Pirates.
Yeah, Hauser doing a great job of coming up there, filling the gap, makes a good tackle. Senior linebacker doing what he does. On to the 2nd down, 2nd and 9 for the Pirates.
Have you ever wanted to be a pirate?
Yes. I think I was a pirate once for Halloween. Speaking of Halloween.
That's coming up Monday, I think it is. I'm not going to take the joke. Don't bait me.
Treat. Small feet.
Connor Price sets up tight coverage in motion. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. Dropped by Levi Sheehan in the backfield as he went into motion. They do recover it for a loss on the play to bring up 3rd down and about 11 for the Pirates.
Yeah, that's a good break for the Bulldogs. Brings up 3rd and 9 now, or actually that's a loss of 2, so 3rd and call it 11 or 12. Bulldogs starting off on defense early here in the second half, trying to make another 3rd down stand. They're 1 for 10 is Ottawa in 3rd down situations.
Mortensen takes a snap. It's bobbled. Heavy pressure. He's hit as he releases it. Picked off
Get it,
by
Donnie!
the Bulldogs. Donovan Lewis.
Go, Donnie!
He's no one in front of him. He's going to walk it in for a pick 6. Colby Mortensen still on the ground. He took a heck of a hit. Hate to see that.
I hate to see it too.
But he was pancaked.
Nick Golden absolutely crushed Mortensen.
Yeah,
on
let's
the
run
pick.
that back, Ryan.
But let's talk about Donovan Lewis taking it to the house to set the tone here early. Donnie, come on over to that turnover chair.
Yeah, Colby Mortensen still down.
He shook.
Holding his left arm.
Let's see that again. Drops back.
Yeah, he was absolutely smoked on that play.
Yeah, he was under heavy pressure from the Bulldogs. He just gets it off, but Donovan Lewis is reading the quarterback all the way. And good for Colby. He's up and he's trotting off the field. That's a good sign. Glad to see that, Chad.
It doesn't matter who you're playing. You hate to see anyone go down in this game.
No, it's good to see that young man get on his feet and get off the field. He'll be resetting for the next time out. They'll get the ball right back because the Bulldogs just scored, go up 38-0. They come in for the point after. They're actually going to come in that diesel package and try to put 2 on the board, work on that conversion game. Houchin pitches it to Valiant. Valiant right up the middle. He finds the pay dirt. The point after, the 2-point conversion, rather, is good. And the Bulldogs looking for that running clock, obviously, and they get it. 40-0. Clock will run now from here on out. That magic number is hit. That's what Coach wanted to see here early. So Bulldogs will set things off again to kick. 10-12 left to go. They get a quick strike from Donnie on the pick six. Donnie takes it to the house. It's our second pick six of the night. DB's doing a great job tonight, taking care of business. And they get us up 40-0. That's that magic number. We'll see the clock running the rest of the game. Stick with us. Post-game, we'll have the Coach Atkins post-game show, of course.
Now, is that running clock, it doesn't matter, right? If they come back and score 20, it's just running the whole time.
Correct. It never comes back. If they score a touchdown, it'll still run once you hit the 40 margin. So that's why we went for the 2, in case you're wondering at home. Coach wants to see that clock run and get some second units in there and keep some of these guys healthy, and they're thinking about the second round now. Here's Walmer to kick. He kicks it deep, and it's to Kevon Peterson. Peterson's had a lot of action on the returns. He gets this one. He takes it up the middle, and he's cut down there by...
And Peterson dropped.
It's the number 14 for the Bulldogs, and that is Gage Decker. Good play by Decker. And he'll stay out there along with the second unit, Chad. So second team D will take the field for the Bulldogs, and that's what Coach wanted to see. Get those first teamers a little rest, reset for next week, start looking ahead at Jacksonville, Metamora. We'll try to get a score update as we progress through this game. If you happen to know it at home, give Chad a text or myself a text, and we'll happily announce any score updates between Jacksonville and Metamora. I'm not seeing anything on Twitter, but Elon Musk is in charge, so I don't know if he likes those two towns.
Speaking of in charge, Colby Morrison's back. High snap, bobbled it, but he does take the helm back for the Pirates. Second down, loss of about 5 on that.
With a tackle in the backfield.
And this game is going to go quick from here on out, Dan.
Yep, get that clock running. That's what we like to see. Good start here early for the Bulldogs.
You got to think, if you're the Pirates, you know the second team's in, you're going to start to take some strikes.
Oh, yeah, they've had some success. The passing yardage, Chris said at halftime, was about 120 to 120.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were negative 32 rushing.
Wow.
But pretty even on the passing yardage for the matchup tonight.
And they do just that. He's got Levi Sheehan wide open, just bumps in and out of his hands, but the quick slant was there.
Yeah, they had him. Levi just didn't haul it in, but the slant was there. He was open. It was a good throw from Mortensen. And, again, good to see Mortensen back on the field. I believe that was Mortensen. I'll double-check that.
It is, number 6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good pass. Good to see him back in action. He's fine. After the little shake-up last possession, he's back out there. 3rd and 14, 8:06, clock's running. All Bulldogs.
Paxton Miller, Dylan Quattrano. Sheehan set up in the slot. Quick slant again. It goes to Paxton. He's got a little room, turn around. First down out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Looks like we got another man down for Jacksonville, and that's the receiver, but he's going to be fine. The teammates pull him up. Great play by Jacksonville. Ottawa for the completion. Good first down play. That slant's been there all night. They get that one complete. And that one, it looked like, was to Paxton.
Paxton Miller.
And he's fine. He'll reset 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Some of them future Bulldogs out there for the home team.
Oh, nearly picked off by the Bulldogs.
Ooh, in and out of the hands of Ben Weddle. The pass was a little tipped and ran right into Ben. Ben had it in his grasp, just barely let that one go. He'll be thinking about that one tonight, but good coverage by the Bulldogs. They're going to keep airing it out here.
40-0, 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Just joining us or just came back from your bio break, it is a running clock from here on out as we fight the moth that's in our face.
I like the crow in here. 2nd and 10. The give is to Levi Sheehan. He's tackled by that Bulldog defense. Good stop by Tyler Majors coming up, number 30, the junior, from that linebacker position. He read that play very well, moved well across the field. Good play by Majors. And it's just a short gain, Chad, maybe 1 yard, brings up third and about 9.
Third down.
Gong is out. Shout out to Steve Yancey on the ones and twos. Does a great job over there.
Bulldog showing blitz. Mortensen rolls out. He's got plenty of room. He's going to keep this, try to get to the sideline. He'll pick up 2 on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Pirates.
Yep, good stop by the Bulldogs. Brings up 4th down. Looks like Ottawa looking for a punt here probably. We'll see. The Bulldogs not exactly in punt formation just yet. They're going to play it safe here. Ball is spotted right at the 43-yard line. They set up in a deep shotgun formation with Mortensen back. Looks like they will play it straight up. Try to get that first down.
Quick slant again, in and out of the hands, and nearly picked off again at the 49 by the Bulldogs, where they will take over.
Great defense by that second unit. Good job, Bulldog defense. And you see some of them starters coming out, giving them high fives, letting them know they did a great job. Good stand by the second unit.
Well, this is exactly what Atkins talked about when we met with him earlier this week. It's important at this stage when you're up this much to give these guys some kind of reps in the live game, get them ready for deeper into the playoffs.
You bet. They're future starters, obviously, and we might need to call on some of them in some of these big games. If somebody comes down or needs to play off, they're going to have some reps and they're going to be ready. Second unit offense in too. Luke Dyer at quarterback in that shotgun formation. Dyer with the handoff straight up the middle. We'll see what we can find out about who that was. I can't quite tell.
Dyer and at quarterback, Garrett, the ball carrier.
I think it's still Garrett.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Braden Garrett, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chad. I mean, we're pretty deep in our running back.
Yeah, it is.
Depth chart with Riken down with a little bit of sickness. Braden asked to do a lot tonight, and he is going to stay in there running back. Luke Dyer, the quarterback. Ray Long, the tight end. He's playing the up back, fullback position right now.
Snap to Dyer. Handoff again to Garrett, and he is met in the backfield by 3 or 4 Pirates.
Yeah, they saw that one coming all the way. That was led by Tice Kubiak for the Pirates. He's 6'1", number 34. He's a junior, 160. He read that one all the way. The linebacker comes up, makes a big play on Garrett. Brings up 3rd and 9, 3:02, clock's ticking. Playoff football, got to look ahead now to Metamora Jacksonville.
I think that's tomorrow game, isn't it?
It might be, Chad, because I'm on their Twitter page for Metamora and there's no updates, so I think you're right, buddy. So we're not going to have
Dyer
any
takes
updates.
a snap, drops way back, heavy
Whoa,
pressure,
good
escapes it, rips it downfield.
Oh,
in and out of the hands of Adam Dyer, his brother.
Dyer to connection, almost there. Luke did a great job of dodging that first
Great
tackle.
presence of mind.
He ducked underneath the first one, got himself free, flung it over to his brother, just went in and out of the hands of Dyer under pressure on the other end.
I
Brings
guess
up
you could
4th
say that
and
was a
9.
Dyer situation.
Okay, we're going deep. We're going deep here.
I've been asked to leave the booth.
Yeah, well. Hey, we'll see you next week on Bulldog TV.
Garrett in the backfield. He rolls out, heavy pressure again from Dyer. Escapes it again, and he will be sacked down at the 49-yard line. Slow to get up as Dyer, but they read that on that safety blitz all the way.
That's Aguiar again. We've said his name all night, number 42, the linebacker senior coming through for the Pirates. He got a hold of Dyer that time. Dyer did a nice job of not flinging that ball and creating a turnover. Take your lumps. get off the field, give the ball back to your defense. Defense made a nice stand last time. Clock's ticking, 1:27 left to go in this first round playoff game. So Ottawa trying to get on the scoreboard still for the first time. They have their first unit in. That's Mortensen at quarterback, number 6. Mortensen, the junior, 5'11", 180. He drops back. He's looking to go deep. He flings it. He's got his man. He just overthrows him.
He had 2 men deep there.
Yep. That time looking for Sheehan, number 3, the wide receiver. Levi Sheehan, 5'8", 170. He's a senior. He had him. Good coverage, though, by the Bulldogs, step for step. Sheehan had maybe one step. It took a perfect throw for Mortensen, and Mortensen just overthrew him just a hair. Brings up 2nd and 10, 38 seconds left. We'll have one more play here before the quarter ends, and we'll flip sides. We'll go from the 50 to the 50, Chad, in case you're wondering. Mortensen to give to Aguiar. Aguiar with a nice run up the middle for about 5 yards. Good tackle, though, by number 54 for the Bulldogs. That's Channing Byers on the tackle. He's just a sophomore.
Nice to see him playing, and that'll wrap up third quarter. That happened really quick, Dan.
Well, the running clock is a good friend of ours right now. They do get one more off. That's Aguiar.
Aguiar again. He's got a little room on their outside, good enough for a first down. At about the 36-yard line, they'll flip-flop the sides of the field.
Flippity-flop. Tyler Majors brings him down finally after a gain of about 7. Brings up 1st and 10. That's the end of the quarter. Let's take a break. We'll be right back on Bulldog TV.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today.
For 150 years, you've believed in Busey. You dreamed of owning your first home. You partnered with us to customize a plan. You started a business. You trusted us to guide you through the ups and downs. You wanted to leave a legacy. You allowed us to bring your dreams to life. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your family for generations. Busey, fulfilling dreams since 1868.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
And we're back. Ottawa driving. 12-minute or start of the fourth quarter. Here we go. Cheerleaders throwing all kinds of gifts into the stands. There's Aguiar again. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Breaks 2 tackles. He gets about 4 or 5, maybe 6. Brings up 2nd down for the Pirates. We got the best pork chops in Central Illinois.
You know what? Just occurred to me that all 3 of us are wrong on the predictions tonight.
You're right. Defense still with that goose egg up there.
But they're still driving. A lot of time.
2nd and 6.
Mahomet showing blitz. It's a handoff again right up the middle. He's got room just when we open our mouth. He's got all kinds of green in front of him. Yeah. Walk it into the end zone. So the Pirates get on the board.
That's Ryder Miller. Ryder with that good cutback. Finds some space on that far side, and he waltzes all the way in for a Pirate touchdown. Their first of the night. They score. They break that 0 open. Now it's 40-6. They'll bring out, excuse me, my goodness, they'll bring out their kicker. Cam Loomis, number 4. Place kicker comes out. Sheehan will hold it. Sheehan gets the hold. It's down, it's up for the kicker, and it's good. So Cam Loomis puts the point after in, gets another point for the Pirates, and that puts them on the board with 7, down 40-7. The clock will remain running, except for injuries, timeouts, and change of possession.
This seems like about as good a time as any to play who's nearest, who's farthest. Check in if you're listening on Bulldog TV tonight. Comment. Tell us where you're tuning in from. We've had people from where? Italy,
Greece.
Albania, Greece,
Hawaii.
We've had people from a block away tuning in, which is amazing.
Yeah, they ought to be at the game, probably.
Yeah.
No excuse for that. But it's a good way to, I guess, be closest. So comment. Don't forget to like, share, tweet, retweet, subscribe, Bulldog TV. If we're home next week, we'll be live on Bulldog TV. If we're on the road, stay tuned. We'll figure out a game plan for any road show, and we'll let you know on Bulldog TV. Shout out to Simon Anderson. He's at home tonight. Simon, in charge of Bulldog TV, make sure everybody's ready to go, gets these students lined up. Shout out to Ryan Ziegler, taking care of everything behind the scenes. Here comes the kickoff for the Pirates, and it's kicked deep. Q will return. Quentin Rogers gets tackled. He's tackled by a whole bunch of Pirates down at the 20-yard line. Not much there for Q on that one. And the Bulldogs will take over from there. 1st and 10 from the 20, 10:53 left, clock's ticking. So, Chad, I guess we'll find out tomorrow where we're playing. You got to believe that Coach Atkins will send a couple of scouts that way. See if they can't figure out.
He's got guys everywhere.
What we got cooking for the next round. If Jacksonville wins the game, we'll go play them at Jacksonville. If Metamora wins, we'll be right back here at Frank Dutton Field next weekend. Bulldogs carrying that 1 seed throughout the playoffs.
Snap goes to Dyer. And it is handed off. I can't tell to who.
That's Ryken Kirby.
That's Ryken Kirby. He checks into the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him back getting some action. Yeah, Ryken in there getting some snaps, getting him back in some game action. He had a heck of a game last week at Bloomington. Stepped up, made some great plays for the Dogs.
Content to let this clock just keep on ticking. No rush here. Let's just get out of here unscathed, so to speak.
As they say. Who's they?
I don't know. We'll ask him after the game.
Okay.
Snap to Luke Dyer, handoff to Ryken Kirby again around the left side. Nothing doing. They sniff that out all the way. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Quattrano again, Aguilar, all over it. Been saying their names all night. They're playing great football on both sides of the ball for the Pirates.
Yeah. I think they're going to stop this again. We had there it is, pop back up. We had a scoreboard malfunction.
We've had a couple of those.
I can't think this time it did go. Cy Godwin.
So I got an update from our friends Bulldog TV. Nathan Seymour texted me. He said, Jacksonville Metamora, Chad plays tomorrow at 2 p.m.
All right.
Thank you, Nathan, for that update.
Guess I was right. So was Nathan.
Well, sometimes you're right.
Like a broken watch.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right 2 times a day.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Dyer with the fake handoff. It goes back out to, I believe that's going to be Ray Long. It is. He'll get back out to the line of scrimmage. Bring up 4th and about 12 or 13 for the Bulldogs. They're going to punt this one away. 8:33 to go, 40-7. Bulldogs on top.
What do we got? Do we have anybody that's far away? Anybody tuning in that's farthest away? Who's closer? We got a closest 2 candidate, Dustin Brewers from North Division Street. That's not far from here.
Oh, you could throw a baseball to there.
I don't think I could.
Well, it's a figure of speech.
I'd probably throw my shoulder out. I'd try, though.
Kyle Walmer set back to punt this away for the Bulldogs.
Still no farthest from candidates.
Walmer and the punt.
And nearly gets a tip. A beautiful punt by Walmer. And goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Punt out of bounds near the field.
Well, Grand Poobah, Poobah. What do you think for next week? What are your thoughts?
There's nothing to think about until I see who wins. I think we're going to play next week. That's the extent of what I can speak to.
Thank you for that assessment, Chad Collins. It's very good analytics. That's why we have you on Bulldog TV.
Okay. Keen observer of the obvious.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. So Ottawa trying to score again and try to get closer to my prediction of 49-14.
We're going to see that. Mortenson's still in.
Like to see the Bulldogs get a stop here. That second unit playing hard.
No safety over, but they do drop back. Runs right up the middle. He will walk it into the end zone. Touchdown for Morton. That's going to be Dylan Quatrano again.
Yeah, Quatrano.
He's all over the place tonight.
He's been saying his name all night. Dylan Quatrano.
I got to tell you, I didn't really see him much out on film, but he has been on both sides of that football. Of course, the Ottawa sideline got the lights out, celebrating a little bit over there.
Oh, yeah, I see that, all 5 of them. But Quatrano, he got through that first line of defense, and there was nothing but green space ahead. He takes it to the house. Puts it in. Bulldogs now 40, Pirates 13. And here comes the point after for the Pirates.
Do you bring in your first team defense again just for optics, or just kind of leave it alone?
No, we leave it alone. We're playing for next week now. Chad, not the clack. The clock is running.
That clack is tricking me.
Clickety clack. We've had some clack malfunctions, but we haven't had clock issues. 6:55. The clock's running, Chad. You don't bring in your first unit. We're playing for next week now. That second unit is still getting reps. You still see a lot of coach. Look at Coach Atkins out here.
He's still with them.
He's coaching. He's explaining to these guys what you got to do to get better. This is the future of the Bulldogs. They're getting a lot of good varsity playoff minutes right now. Good reps for that second unit. It's going to pay off in years to come. Let them fight this one out. You're still up 40-14. Everything's fine. Gavin Hammerschmidt, number 80, back to return for the Bulldogs along with Braden Pregame.
I think that pork chop got to you there.
Well, I got pork chop in my teeth. It's Gavin Hammerschmidt. He's wearing number 80 in those orange jerseys tonight, looking good. And Loomis to kick. Loomis kicks a good one. And it'll go to Peggle. Peggle takes our side. He's got a blocker. He's got a little room. He breaks one tackle, and he ends up getting down on the near side here. It's called 25-yard line. There is a penalty on that play.
Let's call it the 17.
Oh, thank you, Chad.
Yeah, it moved on you, so in fairness to you. Yeah. But there is a penalty.
Game's moving fast.
That was the opposite side of the field. Away from the play, so to speak.
Way away from the play. You got to think that might be on us. Maybe a hold or a blocking back, something like that. Pirates, they put up a good fight early on. They gave us a little trouble, made our offense uneasy. Offense started out a little out of sync, and give the Pirates credit for that. And, they're happy to be in the playoffs, obviously, and they're happy to finish, especially for their seniors, to end in a playoff game is a good thing. You don't want to end in the regular season if you're a senior, so you can see them hugging each other. They understand the moment right now.
Yeah, they're not giving up, so credit to them.
Yeah, give them credit, and good for them for understanding the moment and understanding that this is their last 5 minutes to play high school football. And there's nothing like it, Chad. I know you played college football, and you can't replace Friday Night Lights.
Nope, nothing like it. I think you just said that. Luke Dyer to take the snap. Ray Long steps up in the H-back. Looks like it's Braden Garrett set to the right of him. Could be liking Kirby. I'm not really sure yet. No, it is Braden, and it hands off to him. He'll be hit at the 6-yard line. Original line of scrimmage, maybe loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. 4:59 to go, 40-14, all Bulldogs.
All Bulldogs all the time. Excuse me. Goodness.
Are you going to dress up as anything on Monday, Dan?
I'm going to dress up as a park and rec director.
Oh, you don't need to
go to work.
Oh.
Oh. Wait. Oh, there's a holiday. Trick-or-treat street. Big trick-or-treat night on Main Street tonight down there at the old Bergwald Main Street. Eric Bergwald, Dr. Eric Bergwald does a nice job with that event. I'm sure the kids were coming home full of candy tonight up there on Main Street. Big kids, though, coming home full of W's. 40-14, 4:14 left in this one.
3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Looking forward to talking to Coach A after the game, see what his thoughts are for the next round, get an idea where his head's at on this playoff game. It's always good to talk to Coach Atkins. He's a great interview every time.
Very approachable coach. You don't see that all the time at this level.
You know, the only thing with him is I wish he was a little bit more animated. Just a little bit more animated. I could use a little bit more personality from Coach Atkins. Dyer gives to Garrett. Nothing doing there. Pirates all over it. They know it's coming. 3:30 left. Clock's ticking. That'll bring up 4th down. Bulldogs just want to run this clock, keep that clock moving, take every second off the play clock, of which there is 35 seconds on the play clock for those of you at home that wonder.
Nothing quite like being on a live broadcast and you have the hiccups.
You got the hair ups?
The hiccups.
Oh, hiccups. Well, there's a lot of remedies for that. I could try to scare you.
I don't want to see your face, Dan.
Oh, okay. Man, that was a low blow. Low blow from Chet. Here's a punt from Walmer. It's a decent punt, and they'll leave it alone. It'll bounce Bulldog favorable way. Settles in at about the 38-yard line. Ottawa's got one last drive to see if they can't punch one in. 40-14. As a reminder,
Ryan's the closest.
Pre-game predictions. Chad had 35-21. I had 49-14, and RZ right now, if we're playing the Price is Right rules, is the winner, 42-14.
Well, they've got another drive. Don't speak too heavy.
Yeah, if they score here, Chad's looking better. See if that second unit can Bulldog up here. Let's go. Mortensen in the shotgun for the Pirates. High snap. Settles it.
They go for it.
Flings it.
Oh,
baby.
A half a step away. That's going to be Connor Price. Connor Price,
the all-time interception leader for Ottawa at 11. That's undocumented, but that's what we heard from the radio guys.
Yep.
Connor Price goes out as a senior. Good career for him. He'll remember this year in his career. Just out of the reach of Connor's hands for that one. Got to believe they're going to go right back to it.
Well, now you see that the DBs kind of give him 8 yards of space just to make sure. In his face, he rips another one, overthrows him again. That's going to be the number 3,
Special shout out tonight
Levi
to our
Sheehan.
game
And
game.
thank you
That
for
would be
this.
Brian Metzger.
Dan, I'm going to let you take this because I'm tired of having hiccups on the air.
This is enjoyable for me. Gage Decker on the coverage for the Bulldogs. I'm not sure if I should cut in during the hiccup or after the hiccup. I'm not sure. 52 seconds left. We're about to call this one a ball game. Let's see if the Bulldog defense can stand up and keep them off the board. Maybe one play, maybe 2 left. It's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 10.
Well, we got a man open in the far side. And finally, Coach Atkins takes a timeout. He sees that there's a mismatch happening and some confusion in the secondary.
Yeah, I love that Coach Atkins is coaching like he coached the first play of the ball game. He is coaching these guys up just like he would from day one. He doesn't want to see another score. Chad, you okay? Do I need to do CPR?
I think so.
All right, well, I know a guy. We need to do it. We'll do it
later.
I know a guy. So timeout goes to Mahomet because Coach A didn't like what he was seeing there in the coverage. He's going to get his guys riled up for this 3rd and 10. 33 seconds left to go in this Bulldog playoff first-round ball game. We survive and advance. That's the name of the game right now. Nothing's guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, Chad. You got to survive and advance, and we did it tonight. Tested early. Bulldog defense stood up when they needed to. Give our credit to that defense. 2 pick sixes tonight. A huge goal line stand going into halftime. They did what they had to do. The offense was a little shaky to start, but they settled in. Found Q on a couple big touchdowns. We did our thing on the diesel package. We did Bulldog football, and the rest, as they say, is about to be history. But before that, there's still a couple plays left to go. 33 seconds left.
Hayden Sweat, Trey Donnelly check in. It's a handoff, and he will
get
smack
him,
in the
Esker.
backfield, but it'll pick up 2. Time ticking, 26 seconds to go, and I think that'll might get one more off here, but
Ethan Esker comes flying through there and makes a great play. We've called his name in some big moments all year. He filled in at that linebacking spot for Ben Wagner. But you're right, Chad. They're going to let this one clock out. They're going to head out on back to Ottawa. The seniors hug each other. They know it's their last game. Bulldogs are moving on. We'll fight again. It's Bulldog football. It's playoff time. We're 1-0. We'll be right back on Bulldog TV.
After the conclusion of tomorrow's game between Metamora and Jacksonville. Depending on tomorrow's game, next week's game will either be here or Jacksonville.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win. And if you go with it, put your hands in the air.
Again, next week's game will either be here or be at Jacksonville, depending on the outcome tomorrow at Jacksonville Metamora.
A celebration.
All right, we're back, and we're getting ready to interview Coach Atkins. He's hanging out with his team right now, celebrating that first round victory. But
we have some updates, Dan?
Yeah, we got some updates. Ryan, bring up that bracket real quick. We did have some Friday night action on the South bracket. Of course, we penciled in Mahomet-Seymour, the 1 seed. We take care of business tonight. Also, another action, Morris, the 4 seed, won their game quite handily over LaSalle, Peru. At last check, it was 48-7, I believe. And Highland, the 2 seed, also takes care of business big, all Highland against Dunlap. The other games, a lot of them are going on as we speak, but quite a few of them are going on tomorrow, Saturday. Nearly all of them actually are playing tomorrow. So on the Coach Atkins show, we'll, of course, update that bracket. We'll talk about who our next opponent is. Again, Chad, as a recap, we'll play the winner of Metamora. They're the 8 seed. They've got a home game tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Jacksonville. Of course, we played Jacksonville last year at home.
Yep.
Jacksonville's the 9 seed. They come in at 6-3. Of course, Metamora wins. We'll come right back here at home. Jacksonville wins. We got to go on the road. We'll go over to Jacksonville. It's about a 3-hour drive over there on the way to Quincy past Springfield. So we'll be watching that game tomorrow at 2, I'm sure, and we'll be doing some homework on those opponents. Either way, we'll play next week. We're survive in advance mode, and they take care of business. Recapping the game again. Great defensive stand by the Bulldogs. The defense comes up with a big hold at halftime. They also get a couple pick sixes from Donnie Lewis, also Braden Houchin. Shout out to all the DBs. Dayton Eisenman with a couple big stops on that goal line stand to get his hand to bat him down.
Yeah.
You know, you can't talk about the DBs without talking about the defensive line.
Yeah. They really got a lot of pressure in that backfield tonight. And you could sense it because Mortensen, is it?
Mortensen, the quarterback.
Yeah, he slipped up a lot. You could see him getting a lot of pressure early. And I think if we don't have that early, that slant play, develops a lot quicker, and it's a totally different game.
Totally different game. They capitalized on it here late in the game, and of course, we can't leave our linebackers out. I mean, a couple huge tip passes, some huge sacks from Golden early. Brennan Hauser flying around. Great to see Ben Wagner making plays again. Having him healthy is a big deal. Of course, we're excited to see Luke Johnson coming back soon. He'll be back. That'll change our game plan a little bit offensively. Some big plays, though, by Quentin Rogers, who we expect to make big plays. Valiant Walsh with some hard runs. Overall, a really good special teams performance tonight, too. We saw a great field goal from Walmer early, which you like to see because in those tight playoff games that we hopefully will have, hopefully we don't have tight playoff games, but if you do, you kind of need that three-pointer.
Yeah.
Because you might need it. Might be a difference. And it was good to see Walmer do his thing, They gave him a chance, 25-yarder, right through the middle.
Like he's paid to do it.
Well, he's going to college to kick, so he's pretty good at it. Well, the crowd's clearing out quick tonight. It's a beautiful night here at Frank Dutton Field. Don't go anywhere yet. We've got Coach Atkins headed this way. We'll talk about this game. We'll talk about next week. We'll talk about how he's going to prepare. Certainly talk about the next 2 opponents. I know we'll be doing homework, Chad, on that. Eager to see who comes out of that matchup. I think from here on out, we're in for a dogfight.
Yeah, I think this is probably, and no disrespect to Ottawa, but this is probably the easiest one we're going to have, from here on out.
I would think so. Everybody, like we talked about, IHSA football, you have to earn your way in. And now that you're in round 2, everybody's earned their way in, and they've earned a win. So it's anybody's ball game going forward. Of course, we've got big plans to keep this train moving. It's been a special couple years. We don't want it to end. Coach Atkins is almost here. We'll get set up for him real quick. And hang with us here. Coach A on the way.
What's up?
And right on cue, here comes Coach Atkins. Good win, buddy. Good win.
How we doing? You guys doing all right?
Oh, we've never
We're
been
live,
better.
buddy.
Toasty up here.
Oh, we got the heat going. Well, we cut the heat.
No, you really do have a heater.
I told you, man. Like, I got to keep my bones.
I thought we
Unreal.
were raising champions, but I guess it's
Well, you know, when you get past 40, you start getting brittle. Get brittle.
Coach Atkins got a few years before that. Coach, congratulations on an
Thank you.
awesome win tonight. Give us kind of a recap. It seemed like there was, first couple of possessions, we struggled a little bit. I mean, you kind of settled back into it. Talk about that. Talk about what how big the defense coming up. 2 pick sixes coming out of this.
Can't say enough good things about that our defensive side of the ball. When that side of the ball scores as many points as their team does, I mean, that's pretty good performance, and we kind of challenged our kids coming into it. We knew what Ottawa was going to do offensively, right, with their style of run. We knew we were going to force them to throw the ball, and then our DBs were in the right spot to make the play at the right time. So, again, just really, really proud of that side of the ball and the way they flew around, got pressure on their quarterback all night long, shut the run game down, which, again, was their strong suit. They were awesome, man. They were really fun to watch. And again, wouldn't have had that continuous clock without them. Whether it was the 2 scores or certainly, pitching that shutout there until they got out of the game. But offensively we did start slow. And is that nerves of a playoff game? Is that being back at home? I guess we can sit here and make excuses all day, right? But excuses justify failure, and the fact of the matter is we didn't get it done. And just like I told them there, well, that's the stuff we have to fix. Again, if we're going to get to where we want to get to, we can't have starting games like that. We can't have drives like that. Where we're having to punt or whatever it looks like. So, again, overall, I'm proud of the kids. It's a great team win. I tell them all the time that great teams, when one side's struggling, the other one picks them up, and that's exactly what I felt like tonight. So, at the end of the day, a win's a win. You can't be mad at that. We're moving on, right? You got to love it's hard to win football games, and we did. We won. We're moving on, and we're going to continue to get better, and we're going to look forward to that next opportunity.
So I noticed in this late second half, you've got second team defense or second team, but both sides of the ball. As Ottawa's driving, you call a timeout. You saw something happen over there, and what we noticed, or at least we believe we noticed, is you're going out, you're up, you can win, you can stay on the sideline, just let them run it out. But you're going out there talking to these kids. What's going on in those conversations?
Yeah, again, and I'll be the first one to tell you, we coach just as hard, if not harder, when that second group's out there. Those kids deserve us, right? It's not a time to hang out on the sideline, and my staff will never do that. And so that's exactly what was happening. We weren't lined up correctly. Again, that we had to fix that. I used the timeout, brought them over, make sure we were all on the same page with the call. We lined up correctly, and then ultimately, clock ran out and game was over. But absolutely, we will never not coach just as hard or if not harder, no matter who's in the ball game and no matter what the score is, because every single kid that's on that field deserves our full attention, deserves to be coached up just like the next guy, and that's truly what we believe in, and that was a case in point right there.
And I thought when you see that coming from the coach's standpoint, you see it trickle over to your first unit. Well, they made a stand. That defense made a stand, and I saw almost every first unit defensive player come out and give those guys a high five, give them credit. That was really good to see that they want them to be, doing their thing. So that comes down from above. Like, they're in the game still. Even though they're not playing, they're in that game.
Yeah.
They're in that moment. They want to see them succeed.
Exactly. And again, that's kind of what we preach to the kids, right? Like, your time's not done. But at the same time, they don't need to be told that. It's great senior leadership that we have, and they're just a great group of kids that, again, they are still invested and involved in the game and coaching those younger kids up, maybe just as much as the coaches. So
yeah, and I want to talk about Kyle Walmer real quick, because you trusted him early in this game. You could have went for it. There was a 4th down play, 25-yard field goal. You trusted the big Kyle Walmer's leg, and I thought that was a great. We were saying they're probably going to go for it here, but I thought in hindsight, it's easy to say, but I thought that's a great play call to give that kid some confidence. Obviously, he's got enough confidence, but you might need that in a close game. He drilled it. Talk about Kyle Walmer
Again,
in that moment.
Kyle's a great kid. I had all the confidence in the world, and unfortunately I get on and I read the comments about how we don't kick field goals or whatever. But again, when the time is right, we have all the confidence in the world that Kyle's going to get the job done, and he absolutely showed that. We kind of went back to the drawing board with some things we, on the PAT that we had to get fixed, and certainly they all got that fixed. You saw that tonight. Kyle was perfect again, so really proud of him. But there was no hesitation about that field goal. It was the right time. It was the right moment. It was what needed to be done, right? We wanted that 2-score lead at that point in the game. Offense had been struggling, so there was no question. Again, we have all the confidence and faith in the world that Kyle's going to step up there and he's going to knock it down no matter if he's had one this year or not. So
Yeah. And let's give a shout-out to Ottawa. They did come out fighting. They gave you some trouble early. They had some good defensive stands. But talk about let's fast forward. This game's done now. It's survive and advance time. We got to look at Jacksonville and Metamora. You'll be keeping an eye on that game, I'm sure. Talk about what are you going to be doing tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I'll be a little bit busy, that's for sure. But yeah, back to Ottawa. I mean, they did show up. They played really hard. Their guys in the box were strong and physical and gave us some fits here and there. We had to make some adjustments, and again, our coaching staff does such a great job that they made those adjustments, and we felt good, moving forward offensively based off of what they were doing to us. But yeah, it is survive and advance. And again, that's what I told the kids. We get the opportunity for the next round, and it's either going to be at Jacksonville or at home against Metamora. And myself and the staff are going to leave rather early tomorrow to head over to Metamora to watch that game. It's 2 p.m. start. Looking forward to it. I've gotten a chance to see a little bit about both squads and kind of what they do. So I have a really good idea going into this game. If you ask me who I want to play, truthfully, I'm happy for our kids that they get an opportunity to play in the second round. And if we're on the road to Jacksonville, we'll show up to play. Or if we get another one at home and in front of our crowd, we'll definitely be ready to go for that one as well. So again, it's always good, survive and advance, and that's the name of the game at this point.
Yeah, we're excited. Of course, we had some out-of-town scoreboard updates that Ryan was watching on Twitter, and Highland took care of business tonight pretty handily. Morris took care of business tonight pretty handily. We're not looking forward to that, just giving you a little update. I know you've got advanced scouts going on, probably since the Morton game.
That's
so
probably true.
We don't need to get into that, but we're excited to see where we land next week. Chad, you got anything to add?
I don't. You took it out of my mouth, Dan.
Yeah, well, that's a first.
Yeah. Well.
Anywho.
Who predicted the score right?
Oh, well, I literally just erased it, but Ryan was the closest.
What did Ryan have?
42-14.
All right, well.
Yeah, he got closest too. So I had 49-14, and we're not going to talk about Chad's.
I've not been anywhere close all year.
We're not even going to talk about it.
Hey, as long as you had us winning, that's all I care about.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're homers at the end of the day.
That's awesome.
Coach, thanks for coming up
sir.
here. Awesome win. Look to see whatever happens next week. We'll be there calling in one way or another.
Love
Great
it.
job.
Appreciate you
Great
guys.
job.
Thank
Proud
you.
of you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.